Hello, welcome to Imola. How are we doing tonight? I want to welcome everybody into North America blue and red. We are at the Italian Imola legendary track tonight. And I am joined as always with the Rob Jacques and Dave Hale. What's up, boys? How we doing?
Hello there, and arrivederci.
I feel like Rob's name works a little better with your faux Italian accent than David Hill.
No, the David Hill.
David Hill.
G'day, Pat. How
Yeah.
you doing? How you going? But yeah, we have Imola tonight. Let's see if the North American splits can survive the turn one to wrap up this fantastic race week. But we are in qualifying right now for super sprints. 20-minute race. Let's hop to it. Time to go to the track. And I got a little surprise for everyone. We got race control, baby! Woo!
Finally,
We
Look
made
at
it.
that.
just in time for break.
We don't have
Hello,
to
Sydney
bug
Scott.
the crap out of Cam.
Look at it. It's just so happy to be back.
We'll bug him anyway, in a different way.
All right, gentlemen.
We'll find something to break.
So let's see. While they are going about, we'll dip into the standings once we get into the race. Once we're in that little warm-up session. But let's take a look at chat. There goes the neighborhood. Ducky, how you doing? How you going? I think you need to put that helmet on your background for safety. That's right. Put on the death bucket. We'll need it for turn one. Sydney, what's up?
Yep.
Rusty Bolt,
Yep.
how are you? Worthy.
You have
Thank you, Scott. Go
you
ahead.
have a
Dave.
helmet called a death. You have a helmet called a death bucket.
I may have hit 3 people while we were shredding the gnar. Some say
That's right.
some head-to-heads. Let's
Dread
see
that.
some head-to-heads. All right. Hold up. Let's see here. Let's see here. Who do we want to see head-to-head? Let's put... I want to see Spangler. Austin Carpenter putting in the fastest lap of the night so far, the 142.636. I'm sure that'll drop. They were doing about 141s in practice. Enjoy, Sydney.
Yeah, disgusting.
All right. So I want to put Jeff Spangler against... Where is he? Where is he? We'll do Kenneth Portis. He's a speedy boy. All right. Head-to-head stats. Let's see what this looks like. So you have their current positions on top, points followed below, wins, poles, and podiums. Pretty cool stuff here. Scott, great work on the app. These are 2 speedy
That's
boys that
slick.
we have tonight. Very slick. I'm digging it. We'll take a look at that
Can't see it.
periodically through the race. And we'll
Sure, it looks
also...
great.
Yeah, you'll have to look through the stream. Anyways, we'll take a look at that during the race while we have some action going on. We have Renato Dornelis on pole right now, it looks like, at P1, followed by Jeff Spangler and Austin Carpenter. And fastest lap is a 142.579. Gentlemen, what do we think? What vehicles are we going to see on top?
Probably the one with the least damage.
It's generally a safe
Yeah,
bet.
That's as good of a guess as I can give.
I think
I
we'll
mean,
see
so
some
far-
front engine. Go ahead, Dave.
I was gonna say, so far I'm pretty impressed with Carpenter. I mean, I know he's normally pretty fast. He's in the Boatley, but he's right up there with the leaders this week.
Yeah, absolutely. He has been taken over. He had pole provisionally for 15 seconds or so. And then
yeah,
it looks like...
not very long.
No, not at all. And then Renato Dornelis said, nah, I'll take that back, mate. Thanks for warming it up for me.
Yes. Yes, shaved off like a second between what he had previously.
Some may say he said, Miss Scusi, Dave.
Excuse me.
So we have Perez Saidi in
Exactly.
the Beamer at P4. He's currently in the pit. Looks like he put in 3 laps. Depending, it could have been an invalid lap as the qualifying is much shorter this week. But let's go ahead and jump on board with Dornelis.
Looks like Alvarado is now up in P3.
Hold on a second. Playing around with this.
I don't know about qualifying strength, but I think the Bentley will do pretty well here. There's a lot of curves, a lot of sausage, and the Bentley is a champion with the curves, sausage.
Oh yeah, I agree. Dornelis is here, showing that the mid-engines can certainly kick some butt, though. As the McLaren is no friend to the curbs, and he's put in currently a 141.583. Does he better that lap? Let's see. Nope, last lap 141.6. So it's not better, but it's still super quick.
Yeah, it looks like he's got Sector 1 and Sector 2 with purple times. Alvarado is currently best time in Sector 3.
Let's take a look here. Get the times up. Oh my god, that's close. Alright, so we have top 3 drivers half a second in between one another, and then the top 5 all within 1 second. Sorry, top 6. Kenneth Portis wrapping it up. 7, 8. Wow. 9. Is that the top 10? Sorry, I stand corrected. The top 10 are all within 1 second of one another. So it could be very spicy.
I was wondering if we were going to see any sub 140s, but might have been
Scott, I have not received my goodie bag yet. That might have been lost in translation or a bit delayed. Can't wait to have it, though.
or just stolen.
Who stole it? The delivery guy?
Somebody,
Ah,
if they knew what was in it. It's just a dick.
the
Mullick
goodies.
probably has like 5 of those floating around anyway, right? For his
Yeah.
super computer that he's got.
His back
He's
cave.
got a coffee table made of
Named
390s.
computer. Oh, Dornelis. Did he put in a new? He did put in a new fast lap. With
Yeah,
a
he shaved off,
141.436.
What, a tenth of a second?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
We got a lot of Bruno fans here. Sorry, that's just one
I
Bruno
think
fan.
Yeah, just the
It's-
one. He's really well keen.
Yeah, he's rooting for Fabiano Vasquez and Marsan.
Yeah, me too, Scott. It must be, right?
Yeah, it's probably just helping customs.
All right, once we get this next session loaded up, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the statistics. So let's do that now. Ladies and gentlemen, your championship leaderboard for North America Blue. Let's take a look here. So going through here, you'll notice that there were a few shuffles. Bruno Fabiano has fallen 3 positions to P5 to Nicholas Alvarado, who moved from P6 to P2. Spangler ended up gaining 1 position in the standings. He is now P4. Austin Carpenter moved from P11 to P7. And then Burke and Landry also gained 1 position to close out the top 10 shuffle. One other thing I want to make note of is the big move. I'm going to call it the big smelly big moves of the week. And that goes to Nick Amon, who went from P27 to P19. Good on you, Nick.
But enough about him. On to the race.
So we'll get this leaderboard closed out here. What do we think, gents?
You know, I gotta say, the leadership board, that's a beautiful thing. That's great.
It's all
We
Scott.
got that working.
Good work, Scott.
We got so much stuff this week. We're like a real stream.
Got so much more room for activities.
I would say for this week, I'm excited to see the Bentleys. I mean, look at that, all three in a row there, or three of them in a row at 4, 5, and 6.
Some would say a gaggle.
A gaggle of Bentleys.
Our Janetta is off.
You know what? I don't think the this fine track here has a enough straight to even give us the chance of a perfectly straight line. So that's one more wasted week of no beer cruising.
I think Mazzano is our best bet.
And even that.
Mazzano might have the longest straight, but I don't think the safety car is lining up long enough for us to even try that.
Yeah, there's corruption at every level.
No stubby holders.
There's corruption in the OOR leadership, Rob. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. The Mullock just sits there. He just sits there on his throne made of beer koozies, and just says, "Yeah, nah."
No spot. Oh, that is right. That is right, Pat.
Do you think
Good pull.
Do you think he pays off the safety car driver too to mess up the line?
He pays him with koozies. He's just like, "Yep, put it in the tin."
Hey, if you cut down the wait time for about like 10 seconds, I'll give you a stubby holder again this week, huh? Okay.
Yeah, no straight line. Do what you gotta do. Yeah, nah. There you go.
All right. So predictions for turn 1. Do you think it's going to be clean?
Oh God, I hope so. It has been not a good week for T1 survival.
It's going to be cleaner than Mr. Clean's forehead.
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah, it's going to be perfect, and we have nothing to worry about. Everyone's been running so well.
We're working with
We have
professionals.
the best
here.
drivers.
That's right.
Look at all those Bentleys. I
I'm
love
sorry.
seeing all those Bentleys.
I'm sorry, Rob. Do you say we had the best drivers? The best drivers ever?
Tremendous.
Please no.
Oh, God. Don't do it. Insert
Oh.
disappointed big smelly emote. If only we had him here, Pat. If only.
We all know
This is where the
though.
fun begins. Ryan, how about you start us off?
Yes, let's
Call
do it.
this.
Alrighty, so for the
This
top
gaggle
5,
here.
top 10, we currently have Dornelis, Fabiano, Alvarado, Carpenter, Ike Guy, Spangler, Portis, Burke, and Flavio to wrap up the top 10. We have Dornelis in the Mercedes leading us at P1, and we're just waiting for green. And the gaggle of Bentleys behind him, hungry to eat some curbs. Looking for the spicy chicken. Come on.
I think it's
Green.
Sure.
Here we go. It looks like, do we have Alvarado right behind Dornelis, looking a little hungry. It looks like Fabiano had a better exit there going into turn 1. This is where the sadness generally happens. Let's see. Does everyone make it through? Oh, this is clean. It's clean. Look at this, Jets. Look at
did it.
We did it. Woo! What'd I tell you? Cleaner than Mr. Clean's forehead. Hot damn. Boogity, boys. Let's do this. All right. We have the Bentleys going into the Lodge Chicken.
You did jinx it a little bit. There was
What?
some contact between a Porsche and a Ferrari way at the back.
All right, tiny bit of contact. That's
and-
okay. Overall, this is as clean as a baby's bottom. All right, let's see here.
Best start
Yeah.
ever. Perfect.
It was the Ferrari of Mendes,
Tremendous.
and must have been Sear in the Porsche, perhaps.
All right, let's see here. So, never say the C word. You got it, Scott. Mr. C. He shall forever be known as Mr. C in his forehead. So let's take a look. Overall, fairly clean.
Dornelis.
I said it again.
Look at this.
Shit. Bentleys are still up there in the top 10. Taking
Wow.
P3,
Fabiano.
P5, and P6. All right, let's jump around. Oh, get out of here, voice meter. Get on board with Jeff Spangler.
So overall, would you guys say you prefer the super sprint format that we have going on tonight, or the regular sprint that we saw last week at Panorama?
I like watching the super sprint. Stressful for the drivers. How about you, Ryan?
I'm sorry, I'm pushing buttons right now. Hold on.
How about you, David?
I'm going to say that I think I prefer the super sprint. I like the spiciness of the second race, how they do the reverse grid. And yeah, like the 20-minute race, you're just kind of like dipping your toe in.
I like the super sprint.
Great.
All right, so it looks like Pat says he likes regular.
Yes, I did see that.
If anybody else in chat has an opinion on which one they prefer, let us know.
See, I would say super sprint just because it does give you that familiarity with the very short race. You can overdrive the car. And by the time you get to the end of the race, even if it is overdriven, you still have grip. So it does... Ironically enough, it does not add to spicier racing that we would expect.
Well, yeah, it's the second where you got to fight back in the traffic and get first credit.
Yeah,
Especially at a track like Imola, where it's not really that pass.
Fastest lap coming in at a 142.117 from Bruno Fabiano. Go ahead, Rob.
No, I'm just watching this train that just kind of happens at where it just goes back to being hard to pass. You're just get in line, just wait for an opportunity.
Bruno had a hell of an exit there, through the first sector, as he's already have about a second and a half of a gap between him and Dornelis. And that Merc, I've never driven the Merc around here, but I expect that it is much more controllable and quicker over the chickens. Is that true?
You know, I can't remember.
I liked it here. I practiced a little bit with it last season, and I felt like the Merc would do pretty well here.
We got Pat in the chat says Merc is very good here. I believe he did the Enduro race in the Merc, if I'm not mistaken. And he also says that the super sprint is too much stress. Very quali heavy. That does make sense, as it is a very short race. So long as we don't have sadness. Generally, you finish where you place. Yeah. And it's a small track. Relatively small. Passing is very difficult.
Yeah, as we're seeing, Thompson was trying to make a little, but just got sent right back.
Get this chase cam out of here. What is this?
Oh,
Stop autopilot, you're drunk. 8th and 20-something here Wednesday night. Good on you, Pat. All right. Miss Guzzi, who can we jump to next?
Is Pat in yellow or green?
That is a good question.
I think he's young.
Looks like Thomas ended up going off track, losing a couple spots.
Yeah.
He's in yellow.
And Voisin just went off track as well.
Do we know why? We can jump to him and get an instant replay.
I think he just maybe just lost control of the car.
Okay.
But he did do a safe rejoin, so you love to see it.
Well, that's good.
Waited till there was nobody around him.
All right, we'll leave that then for now, as we do have some close action here. Oh, wow.
Get that
Bentley's...
instant replay.
We do. We do have that now.
I would go to
Take care,
P8,
Scott.
P9, P10.
P9, P10. Let's do it.
Yeah, Sadie is making a move, or Saidi is making a move on Burke, or trying to anyway.
Oh, we
we've
got Gabriel going
Marsan
through the
trying
inside.
to make a move too. Oh, and he made it.
Pushing
Almost.
Perez out to the edge.
Almost there.
Yeah, now he's got the BMW on straight.
Yeah, BMW is going to have the speed for the straight, right?
I would imagine so, as it looks like yep, he took over Marsan right there.
I'm guessing it's Marsan because I saw somewhere it had a little accent under the C.
I agree.
Looks like Lawson is losing places, I think.
Yeah, he went off. I don't know if maybe he got some damage or not.
He's come back further.
Looks like he does have some damage on the front of the car.
Let's go ahead and jump up to Kenneth Portis in P7. Looks like he's pretty close here to Ike Guy.
Fabiano and Dornelis pulled away from Carpenter in P3.
Yeah, they really did. Telling you though, man, Carpenter has certainly earned that Pro-Am badge. He's been putting in some work the past few weeks. Let's see if we can...
Marcel.
Let's go to Andrew Burke. Looks like some close action here between him and Perez Saidi. Was Perez going to get the switchback? No, doesn't look like that. Audi, that corner speed is just too good.
Did he get like a little bit of a love tap? It was hard to tell from the angle.
It could have been a slight love tap. Yeah, it definitely looked like it. We do have a new fastest lap, as you just saw race control pop up. 141.634 from Bruno Fabiano.
Wow. That's fast.
It is.
Yeah, I don't get the race control. Feed me that. Man, you look like a baby bird.
Oh.
Ooh, Audi getting off
Burke.
there. Safe rejoin, though. You love to see it. That'll move Perez Saidi up to P9 without the battle of the Audi.
A quick, he was able to regain control pretty quick and only lost 2 spots, so not bad.
No, not at all. Let's see. Dornelis. Let's go to Dornelis next. Looks like he and Fabiano are pretty close. Very close, actually.
Yeah, he closed the gap. He had 2 seconds on him, but cut that real quick.
God, that RNG
Fabiano
chicken.
can just eat the curbs.
He can, dude. And that McLaren is just going to... it's just not stable. You can't take that chicken well. He certainly got more speed coming up through Sector 1, I would imagine, as it is a bit more flat and the curbs are not too deadly.
Ooh. Thompson with
Hello,
a
Jay.
15-second
doing?
penalty for jumping the start on lap 1.
Great to see you in here, Jay. Welcome in.
And we have a new slapper of a fastest lap, 141.541. We're quickly getting to the quali pace that he had.
Very close.
Pat
I think
said, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think he's actually pretty close to it at this point.
Yes.
Or
Yeah. Where's Rob? Is Rob here?
Hey, how you doing?
We're on board with Matt.
oh yeah, say his name, Rob.
You mean our man Matt?
Matty boy.
Yeah, car 404.
Oh, Matty. Hey, Matty, dude. Little battle with Mendez there. Hey, you guys. I imagine that the GDI here isn't too bad, but then again, closest GTR that we have in the grid is P12 with Flavio.
Yeah, I was having trouble with it in practice. Tommy Hogan was thrilled with the car, but just all about that torque, and the back end really wants to come out the corner exit. It's great on the strength.
Pat, when you said that you gained 4 to 5 tenths every lap just in the chicane, you're talking about the RNG chicane? That is just deadly. That is one turn I have not mastered yet.
This is Tommy Kogan looking on the outside.
Yeah, Pat says, yeah,
Yeah,
got it.
I've kind of like checked him out a couple of times in the race, and he's been really close to getting around Landry multiple times.
Is it on the front straight that he keeps catching him? Lots off the
I
track.
feel like the Ferrari is pretty fast.
I think the Ferrari is pretty decent just about everywhere. He does, and he gets around.
Yes, holy God.
God damn, that was clean.
Was it?
That was clean, dude.
was it?
Hey, you know what?
I
It's
don't know if we
clean
know
in the
what clean
sense
is.
he did not touch anyone else. All right, he went over the sausage, but he made it cleanly on the track. Yes.
Looks like Landry ended up making a mistake, and Kogan was able to get around him. But now, Landry
Maybe we'll see on that
dive.
We've got a new fastest lap here, gentlemen. Looks like Dornelis, 41.529. Who would have thought an Italian car at an Italian track? We're gonna make it a race car, and it's going to be absolute shit at the Monza in the Imola.
Go to Landry real quick. He's bleeding positions.
He went for a dive on Kogan and ended up hitting him on the side.
Let's
And
do
I
an
think he
instant
spun
replay.
out from
15
it.
seconds. This might not be far enough.
You have the technology.
We're trying.
We've been itching to use it this whole night. We finally got one.
I know. We have.
Instant replay.
Okay, it didn't work. Better luck next time.
All right, next week. No, it's break week.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. Let's jump on board with Burke, my boy in the Audi. Actually, I take that back. Perez Saidi, and we're going to go on the Aston. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Looks like Marsan poked on the inside and had his elbows all the way out.
It's clean.
That is, we have different definitions of clean over here, Rob, all right?
Excuse.
I think
You
he
are
was just
excused.
he was making his presence known. That's all.
I'm not going to say what I was going to say. I'm going to keep it to myself.
Yeah, just text it to me.
Okay, I will. Let's hop on board with Dornelis again. Sniffing the bumper, Bruno Fabiano. As they enter
I
Sector
think
2.
it'll be exciting to see them at the beginning of the next race, starting in P12 and P11.
I forgot the format already. This is great. It's gonna be good.
Welcome in, Rob. It's good to have you here tonight.
Thank you. I'm a big fan. First time caller, long time listener.
We're doing a super sprint reverse grid order for the next race.
Oh my
Stern
goodness.
rules, Baba Booey.
Hold on. All right, we're hopping on board with Carpe. Carpe diem.
I don't know when it happened, but Spangler up in P3, Mr. Prime Time.
That was like 2 or 3 laps ago. We saw him sneak around. Remember, he took the quote-unquote clean chicken? He went on the outside.
Around the outside.
Round the outside. Round the outside. Is anyone else going to poke their nose in?
Yeah, we can't say too much more. We're gonna
get copy strike. This is the legit channel.
Oh, that's right. Not around
Yeah,
the
we gotta be
outside.
careful.
People
Mr.
could give a
Waffle
super
Stones.
chance. We don't have to actually abide by them. You know, we could if you wanted.
I feel like I sing too poor enough to even make any robots notice I'm singing their songs. I think we're safe.
Copyright, you tacked it.
Redacted. Marcos Flavio, the Nissan
Oh,
gang.
yeah.
Yeah, I think there's some Nissan action
Ooh.
going.
Ooh.
That was
Oh,
that
man.
was a very
That
spicy
Porsche took an
rejoin.
interesting line.
Yes, he did. Shall we watch
Yeah.
that back? Take a look.
Yeah, try. Let's see if we can get it to work.
Did I hit the right person? Nope.
It should be Bruno Vasquez.
You'll see.
Nah.
Or, I mean, we'll see him on this.
Nah, I missed it. All right, we'll get there one
No,
day,
you got
boys. Nah, I
All
think
right,
that
next
was
week.
too
See you
late.
next week, guys.
What happened?
Oh god.
What are you doing, camera? Cameraman's drunk. Sorry, we're gonna fire him or reprimand, one or the other.
Excuse.
Have we finally got replay?
Yes, Jay, we do have replay. Hot damn. Hot pockets.
Technically, we have the replay, but we have the abilities.
We can do it.
Damn. What
Whether we can do it well is another question. We're getting there.
what happened to Dag? He's all the way back in 29th.
Uh,
Go
shall-
check the
oh, we
replay. See what
picked.
happened.
Hold on. Let's do.
I wonder
this.
if he got damage.
I can't do it. We're so close on the end, and this battle is good between Fabiano and Dornelis.
So I'll go look.
Anytime, Jay. I know you request it every week. That's what we're here for. Cheers, bro.
We do have a new fastest lap as well. 141.430.
Ooh.
And that is by
Yeah, at this point they're on
Dornelis.
quali.
All right. So what happened to Dag is that around turn 1, is that turn 1? Hold on. Yep, turn 1. Cantia went on the inside, clipped his back bumper, and then he spun out, went straight into a wall.
Ugh.
Heavy
Hate to see it.
damage.
Yeah, that sucks.
Know if him or Dave Assar has the worst.
F in the chat for Dag there. That's unfortunate. Alright, we're on board with Nick Anderson and a pack of Nissans
Yeah.
biting at his bumper. We have to
Yeah,
be
this
getting...
could get. This could get ugly.
I think he'll do okay. It's that chicane where the Porsche is not going to fare very well. Mahusiv
Yeah,
Duck.
he's already had issues
Thank
before,
you.
though, right?
Yeah. There we go. Fabiano has finished the race at P1. Dornelis takes P2. We have Spangler coming in at P3. Nicholas Alvarado will take P4. Alloy Ike Guy will take P5. Austin Carpenter taking P6. Kenneth Porter, excuse me. Will he take 7? Yes, he will. So Kenneth Porter, no, sorry. Marsan will take 7. Kenneth Portis 8. Fares Saidi 9. And Burke at 10.
And
Race isn't over for these guys. Holy cow.
the pole position is going to go to Kogan for the second race, currently in P12.
Ooh, will Joey have the speed to get
Second
around
battle
him?
right here.
He might have it.
Did.
Hold on, Joey might have it. Did he get P? Did he get 23? He's going to take it. Joey is going to take 23 over Casey Gold. That was a good battle there to wrap up this race. Good battle there, gents. And that
Well
about
done.
wraps up race number 1. Once we get into
I'll be
the
right back.
garage. Yep. The garage, as our English friends would call it. Let's see here.
The boot.
Yeah, the boot, nah. Let's hop back on. Let's see who's finishing. Chris Frizza just finished, and Matty Boy. And I think that wraps it up.
Ready.
So yeah, we're just waiting for this to change over. Take a look at the times that we got. Nicky biting at his bumper sounds really good in the Australian accent. Grazie.
Arrivederci.
I'll take points as I speak the most Italian. Arrivederci. Am I in the game? No, I'm not in the game. Hold on. Yes, Casey, that was so close. That was such a good finish. That was a photo finish between Casey Gold there. So good. Casey Gold and Joey Rodriguez.
Yeah, that was
That's who
a
it was between.
that was a good, clean first round.
Yes, agreed. All right, let's take a look at the timetables. Race number 1. For the amateurs, we have Austin Carpenter taking P1, Tomasco taking P2, and Nick Amon taking P3. Nick's certainly making his presence known. He's been in the top 3 for amateurs past few weeks. And Austin Carpenter has been commanding the amateur series as well, as I don't think he's fallen anywhere lower? Potentially. For Pro-Ams, we have Bruno Fabiano, Jeff Spangler, and Nicholas Alvarado, 1, 2, and 3. And overall, once again, Fabiano P1, Dornelis P2, and Spangler P3. So, Spangler's P3 here could potentially shake things up a tiny bit. Let's see. Hold on. Let's change up this here camera. But that could shake things up. So I'm curious to see what that will do going into, not next week, but the week after. So anyone who's listening, if you're not aware, we do have our special event next week, the 8 hour of Power God. And that is going to be hosted in the AP time zones. If only it wasn't an all-nighter for us, Rob. That'd be fun.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Nobody in
I saw
NA
it.
wants to do it at Euro.
I think it starts at like 5 in the morning.
no. So
I think it's
midnight? I think it's
Yeah,
midnight.
I
Yeah,
saw
about
that Pollock was looking for people to join him at like 1900 his time, which for me is like 5 in the morning.
Oh.
Yeah, he's just filling out the brackets,
Oh,
chunks
okay.
of time.
Jay, I hate the Paul Ricard circuit. What car do you drive, Jay? I assume Porsche as you're going, go Porsche! God, I wish we had that music. That groovy disco slapping in the background. I know Pat liked it, if you're still listening there, Patty.
So I'll admit, going into Paul Ricard, I was not looking forward to the race, but I started to appreciate parts of the track as I got more comfortable at the track.
Okay.
I don't know if how you guys feel about it, but
Well, I missed both of those, so... I have never driven on Paul Ricard for a league race. I missed it twice.
So you love it, okay?
It's a great track. Never driven it.
accidentally on purpose.
Tremendous.
I don't know. It was a certain something that happened. Keith Briscoe, how you doing? Sorry for the potato quality. I know we had that little banter earlier, but it's not much, but it's honest work. So we got Vasquez here. Will be placing in a valid lap as long as he did not invalidate it. Let's see. He did not. So we're just waiting for him to come across the start and finish. Ooh. Matthew Voisin getting a bit spicy
We'll get
through
there.
the chicken. All right, let's pop over to Bruno as he's coming across the start finish line. And Bruno Mendez is putting in the fastest lap. Oh no! To be taken over by Landry. Landry is going to post a 142.417.
Keith, the first race was pretty cleanish, I would say. I would say ish is a good descriptor.
Clean
Couple
by
of tiny-
comparison.
Yeah, a couple of tiny little incidents, but nothing major.
No safety.
No multi-car pileups.
That's some spicy overtakes, though. The spicy overtakes on the orangey chicken. Tekis, how you going? Alright, so currently as it stands, we have the 142.417 P1 with Landry, followed by Bruno Vasquez, Paul Cantia, Thomas Dagg, Colin Johnson, and then Thiago Alves. So that wraps up the top 6 currently in qualification right now. As for the distance between one another, between P1 and P9, so again, top 10, roughly having a second of separation. So still very close. Trevor Hilligan's putting in a hell of a lap coming into P2. He's at 142.525.
So I'm going to take a minute, do a shameful plug here. We've got 28 people in the chat. Maybe everybody could smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I think we were at 1.3K last week, so let's see if we can bump it up to 0.4.
Let's do it. Gotta
Thomas-
feed that algorithm.
Thomas Dagg taking P2. 142.519. Fastest lap of the session now, held by Landry, is a 142.087. And that was just placed. Always smashing the button the moment I'm in here. We appreciate it, Jay. Love to see it.
Yeah, man.
You love to see it.
Alright, hold on.
You're not lonely because you got me in your heart.
I gotta turn my light off. Hold on.
With the sprint qualifying, do they have the same rules as rookies, where if somebody's on a valid lap, you can't overtake them, or is that just a rookie-only rule?
No, that's correct. So, if someone is on a valid lap, you cannot pass them. Jay says...
And I
give
think
me-
it's at least encouraged that you get out if you're in.
Rob,
I
I'm
was
going to be
just gonna say the
completely
same
honest.
thing.
I have no clue what you just said.
No, I was just saying I think it's at least encouraged if you're on an invalid lap, the person behind you is on a valid lap, and get out quick
Yes.
to get out of the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let them do their thing.
Yeah, Rob's got dial-up internet. Sorry, everybody.
Mom, get off the phone!
5 more minutes!
I'm streaming.
I'm on with the boys! Alright, we're broadcasting!
Oh, I think Windows is trying to down. Stupid.
Don't fail him now. We got Paul Cantia snuck into P2. Looks like he might transport himself into the pits as we are entering the end of quali. So Paul Cantia is coming in. Oh, and Marcus Flavio, coming in at P1 with a 141.958. Very quick lap.
Wow.
Hell of a closer right there.
Coming in right at the last minute there.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Trevor Hilligans is coming across. Let's see if he can improve. His last lap was a 42.294. Be across the finish line here shortly. And he did! He takes P1!
Wow.
Just barely. What is that, by 100?
Hey.
Almost a tenth.
That
A
is
little
really
less than
close.
a tenth. That is
Yeah,
super
100.
close. So he takes P1 with a 141.892. Good on you, Trevor. Who else do we
I
have?
feel like
coming through?
he's had to have put in a lot of time since moving up from rookies. I mean, he's been doing really well this season.
Yeah, absolutely. So currently, Trevor Hilligans will take P14, correct? Yes. Top.
13th. P12 to P1
Yes. Thank
was
you.
reverse grid, so yeah, he'll be 13th.
Right. Right. GDRs aren't joking around. Not at all, Jay. They are looking pretty strong in the second group that we have here. However, I will say I think the strongest car around this track is going to be the Bentley. I know that we had a Merc and a McLaren at the top two positions previously for the Super Sprint. But I don't know. The Bentleys can control the curbs. Probably the best out of any of the cars that we have in ACC. Do you all disagree?
I
Changing
think.
conditions.
Oh wow, yeah! Look at that. 10 minutes in, rain.
Ah, jeez.
That's one thing that we need to figure out. I don't have that in the top right.
Yeah, it looks like at 10 minutes they've got rain, and 30 minutes more rain.
Pouring rain.
Well,
Bring on the wetness.
here we go.
So that definitely changes, the plan for everybody, I'm sure.
Tack is taking the words out of my mouth. God damn. This will be space.
Ryan,
If you hold
Ryan, hold tab.
I'm holding tab. It's not there. It's gone. It's gone.
Thanks for grabbing.
Cameron, you let us down for the first time ever.
He did not let us down. Cam is a saint. Let's take a look.
He's the second in command now. We gotta be good to him.
That's right. Oh, I didn't want to go to safety. All right, fine. Okay, broadcast has different ideas. Jumping around between every single car on the grid here. Oh, what's going on? Oh, we're speeding up into P3. All right, let's stop that. Oh, there's no way. No chance that's straight. Yeah, all good.
Not
Ken.
even.
Thank you.
Not even gonna bother. Just-
All right, hold up. Let me turn this autopilot off.
I'm furious right now.
I'm telling you, man. There's corruption,
There's something.
some
Oh, no.
collusion
There's
between
something-
keep
Mullet
that
and the
wheel
safety
still.
car.
All right,
Something
Stig, you
stinky.
keep that wheel
It's
still.
not right.
You mean smelly? Oh no.
Brian Cam is saying if you hit F2, you can go back to see which tires people are running with.
Ah.
Maybe.
Oh yeah,
basic
you're
HUD,
just cycling. Your different options.
Yeah. All right, let's do basic HUD. And then we'll jump. Okay, let's take a look. So this is currently on the safety. Yep, I did. Okay. That is something that I will turn on for the red split. But yes, that is a very interesting HUD disabled. I'm sorry, Cam. That's
I'll let
not
you
your
know.
fault. It's not you. It's me.
I'll go through real quick.
All right.
Portis is on wets. Is it Amon is on wets?
Mm-hmm.
Asar wets. Voisden wets. And that's it. Everybody else is on dry.
Okay.
And that's 20 minutes out, or is it 30 minutes out for rain?
10 minutes out for rain.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be a light rain at 10 minutes. 30 minutes going to pick up quite a bit, it looks like.
So that seems like the safe bet to take some wet tires out, even though you have 10 minutes. So a fourth of the race will likely be dry. They could potentially be seeing some overheating by the end of that. And then my assumption is once the rain starts, that will start to cool the tires down. And then very strong should have grip that is okay. And then once we hit the 30-minute mark, no holds barred. And as we are coming up to the start-finish line, who wants to take this? Who wants to call the start?
Robert,
You're already talking.
I think your turn.
Sure.
Silence. The sound of silence.
I wanted to hold it as long as I could. I'm sorry.
I broke it. I can't take it.
Like, yeah, I gotta talk.
Gotta make some noise. Green, green, green.
Now we're green. Round 2, reverse grid. We're already shuffling in the back. In the turn 1 chicane, and they're still stacked up 2x2x2, except there's 3 wide in the back. Mercedes almost gets mugged.
Hey. Oh.
Looks like the Bentley got tagged in the back. What do we got, Dave?
Oh,
I was gonna say,
yeah,
quite a bit of
there is
sadness.
carnage.
All right. Who do we jump onto? We can do an instant replay. Who are we jumping to? Do we have a safety car?
It started with a Nissan.
Yes, we do have a safety car. Okay.
Safety car
so,
is really.
This safety car adds an interesting aspect, but who are we going to jump to for the bit of carnage that we had there?
Hilligans.
Hilligans. Okay. All right.
Oh.
So let's do that. Hold on one second. Come on.
What's the dude for?
All right. So we're on board with Hilligans right now.
I believe he is the catalyst with that Mercedes.
I think he is in the GTR.
Yep. Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Boom.
It's
boom,
the wheel
boom,
well
boom.
doesn't brakes. So doesn't hold the
God.
brakes.
Everyone's getting familiar with themselves down there. Oh, that is unfortunate.
And you know whose Mercedes that was?
That's not Dags.
It's
It
Dags.
sure was Dag. Oh yeah.
Ah,
And then the rain is starting now. Oh man.
we've already got rain. Okay.
Ugh.
Oh jeez.
So much for that C word forehead, huh?
And so they're not able to pit during a safety car.
That is correct.
So I think, well, it is a light rain, so the dry tire should be okay. But
Tommy
yikes.
Kogan popping in the pits too.
Might be able to get a dry line. Stays light. Stay light.
if you get a second, go to DAG and look at the damage. Oh, are they letting them all pit? I thought they couldn't pit under a safety car.
No, safety car, they might be letting them because there was such a large pileup. We would need clarification from Cam, but let's take a look.
Rain definitely came
Oh,
early.
shit.
I think it had said 10 minutes, but
He's got a
ended up coming,
smiling
like,
hood.
a minute
That's
and a
not
half.
good.
He's got a speed
Well,
hole.
at least in this instance, everybody had to pit to get new tires, so yeah, he's got to repair some damage, but
Okay,
not
so
necessarily it.
going off of race control right now, P10 through P31 is in the pits. Just FYI for everyone in the chat. Quite a few people, as you can already see on the track map that we have on the right side of the screen here. So, quite a bit of carnage. Quick set tires. If you didn't have wets, now is the time.
Make sure he's at the right ones too.
So I think Portis probably, he was one of the ones that took wet straight away.
Yep.
And
Fabiano
he
is on dries,
smiling.
though, I believe. So maybe a bit of a gamble from Fabiano to not pit, change tires.
Yeah, I
Guess
wonder
we'll
what
find
was it just like an exception made for race control, just to say like, hey, you know what, go ahead in the pits, guys. You've got a nightmare ahead.
Wait, what is Casey
Uh,
doing right now?
That's a really good question.
So he's taking the esports line? What?
No, I think maybe he's trying to get some sand on his tires, help with traction.
Trying to drive with sandpaper?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see how that works out there,
It's
Cotton.
another 10-tier trick. Yeah, bold strategy.
Safety cars in the pits.
Yeah, so we do have safety car going in the pits. That means the back half of the grid has quite some time to catch up. Kenneth Portis has control now. He's taking P1, followed by Bruno Fabiano, and then Mendez quickly behind him. So this should
Looked
be...
like Dag was leaving the pits as the race was starting back up, so he did get lapped.
Yeah, we certainly have some people that will be a lap down. Luckily, again, this is the longer race out of the two. So despite that sadness, with the rain race, I would say you keep going. Because you never know what can happen. It looks like we had a car go off there.
And we've got people that didn't switch out tires yet either. So, you know, there's a chance you can make up some spots.
All right, we'll go back to autopilot.
So we're going to have to actually pay attention to this race.
Something to take note of. Casey Gold was able to spring himself up. I don't know how many spots, but this is his first time in the top 10 this season. So let's go on board with him right now. Curious to see how he does. He was the one that went off. I don't know if he was getting some sand on his tires, like Dave said. I mean, he certainly did that, but
Maybe
if it was on purpose, I don't know.
You know, reaching for his vape, just ripping a fat cloud.
I'm saying this one's for my commentator boys in the booth.
Yeah,
As we were watching
I'm
him.
gonna need this. I'm gonna need this for this race.
How is the Honda in the rain?
Honda in the rain is supposed to be badass. If Pat's not throwing in some laps right now, he could tell you that it is one of the best cars in the rain. We have a new fastest lap. Kenneth Portis putting in a 152.503. So that's another thing. With this rain, that will certainly cut the track times down by about 8 to 10 seconds.
I mean, Portis is already pulling away. He's got like a 4-second lead on Mendez in second. Fabiano decided to pit after all to get wet tires.
And we have a new fastest lap. Perez Saidi in the Beamer, 150.343.
I believe the leaders are on wet tires, Keith, but I'll double check. Portis is wet. Nassar is wet. Mendez is on dry tires, so he seems to be slipping back a little bit. Poison wet. Vasquez dry. Amon wet.
Hot damn, we got our boy in
Taking their own
P2.
mind.
Look at this, gents. Dave Hassard, P2.
Look at this.
You can do it!
Do us proud, boy.
Hopping on board with Jeff Spangler here at P13. So Jeff finished P3. That would have put him at P10. Looks like he's at P13. He must have had some sadness there at the race restart. He's currently battling with Dornelis, and Dornelis is going to take the outside on him going into Aqua Minerale. I'm curious if Jeff is going to try that outside technique on Dornelis, though, again, coming up here. Because it did work previously. Nope. It looks like Dornelis shuts that door down real quick.
You mean the
No.
skip the chicane
The sausage.
technique?
Skipping to do that day on the
imagine.
sausage.
Ambient temp is 23 degrees Celsius. I would
Yeah,
guess
sorry, Keith.
that this, like all other tracks, the curbs are a disaster when they're wet. So that probably takes away some of the Bentley's advantage that it typically has, like, you know, being able to eat all the curbs.
Anything painted? Right.
Fair game. Yeah, Keith, apologies. I have somehow turned off the track conditions, and I can't find the button to fix it. Cam had attempted
I
to
got
help
it.
with that, but that's why we got Dave.
I don't know how I turned mine on, but it's on.
We'll figure it out after this. Looks like we got a penalty.
Find some battles.
Joey
Speeding
Rodriguez
in
gets
the
a
pits.
10-second penalty.
Oof. That's tough.
See if we can get held up. Hurry. Look at Dag being held up.
Yeah, world's
Looks like
smallest
for the
violin playing for
most
Dag right
part.
now. That certainly sucks.
You mean genuine?
Yeah,
Genuinely sucks. You hate to see it.
like a real violin, not the tiniest.
You gotta find the correct spot to turn it on. Oh, we got a car off. Looks like a back marker potentially. Was that Casey Gold? Yeah, it was Casey. Not sure what happened to Casey there as he was in the top 10. Casey Gold is also getting a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pits as well.
Oof.
Perez Saidi, man, he has put in the fastest lap for the past 3. So he's putting in a new fastest lap with 150.190. That's in the Beamer. And as I'm speaking, Dornelis just put in fastest lap as well. 149.449.
And it looks like Tomasco is able to get around the Bentleys, currently up to P14. I mean, you know, the Aston Martin, great in the wet. You know, I think could be pretty competitive here now that it's started to rain.
I'm very surprised that the Bentleys are not doing well. As we see the Bentleys there, P15, 16, and 17, Cantia, Ike Guy, and Carpenter. I really thought those cars would do well in the rain.
I think when we did our first random car race, I had the Bentley in the wet at Donington, and it was very difficult to put the power down.
It was just a
Because
nightmare.
it's got so much power, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard. I thought it was difficult to drive in the rain.
I think the rain period is very difficult. This is the great equalizer, right?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like these are the races that you see the most potential for a shakeup at the top of the grid.
Yeah. Absolutely.
They're also at the top because so you would think they would all be preparing for at least some rain.
Look at that. Bruno
Yeah.
Mendez being trailed by the one and only. He who shall not be named. Nicholas Amon, everyone!
I feel like for this race, Portis definitely gets like the gold medal for strategy, coming out in the wet tires from the beginning.
Oh no, keep it, Nick!
You did it!
Keep it!
Oh,
Don't hit that wall! Oh, he tapped it. Look at that
He hit
hood.
it.
He's got the smiling
that
hood.
was you.
Shit,
He's
that
got
was
this.
me.
All you.
Ah,
Let's get this.
Oh.
the curse is real. I'm gonna
Hey, he wants
apologize
us-
right now, Nick. He wants us what?
Man,
This is outrageous. This is
such impressive power there, Ryan.
I believe in curses. Where you gone? You speedy boy, speedy boy. Gabriel Marsan
Morning,
being
PJ.
trailed by Dornelis. Dornelis is hungry. JP, how you doing? You didn't get bloody rain? Nah, mate, we got bloody rain here. It didn't start rainy. We had a dry race, and I would say probably 5 minutes in started to drizzle. 10 minutes in started to rain. 30 minutes in, it's going to get spicy. 15 minutes
is that
till
JP
spiciness.
or PJ?
It's both.
I thought it was PJ.
JP, PJ. PJ, JP.
All right, we have different.
Oh,
we have different
Dornelis.
ideas of.
Dornelis is going off track. Hold on, let's hop on board with him. Oh, that sucks. That's definitely going to put him back a few positions. Where did he end up? So is he behind
T15
Nicholas?
maybe.
Is he behind Amo now?
He's behind Tamasco, I think.
Hold on. All right, we got a new fastest lap.
Yeah.
Who just put that slapper? Fares Saidi in the Beamer. So Fares Saidi has slowly been climbing the standings here. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he took about P9 or P10 when we had the race restart. And he's slowly knocking off some competition there. He's at P6 right now. Fastest lap was 148.882. Yeah, Dave, you were correct. That was Tamasco.
Okay, so pit wall might be on.
Pit wall, what? Is something wrong?
Yeah, it just might be a little delayed.
Okay.
It was showing Dornelis like losing positions.
Okay.
Well,
It looks like I'm connected, but let me know.
try refreshing. This is refresh.
I don't know if I can refresh. That'll be up to you.
I'm afraid
Alright.
to comment how anybody's doing.
No, that's our job. Do it.
Do it. Do it, Dave.
I'm going to put up a... I want to see head-to-head stats. Dave
Go
Hassar,
back.
Kenneth Portis.
Go back to Mendez and Saidi. Saidi is hot on the bumper of Mendez, and he's making a move on the straight.
Oh, he's going to
I think
take
he's-
this. Yeah, 100%. He's got so much more speed than that Ferrari on the straights. Perez says, thank you. See you later, mate. Cheers. Ooh, getting a bit slidey
Nice.
there.
Got a little nervous.
Woo! Puckered up.
If we, I didn't know if we struck again.
Seems
the
that
race
there's a chance of lightning on the track tonight. All right, so let's pop up to our race leader. You see Dave Hassar following behind him, and I want to do head-to-head stats. So let's take a look. So Dave Hassar is currently P14 in the standings. Portis at P3. Very large point differential. This could be Dave's little peekaboo moment at podium. Just got to keep it clean.
Don't say it, Ryan.
We are
Why
here.
you doing it.
We're here to speak to the people, Dave. We need to give them what they want.
Okay.
He's had such a great race so far. Clean as a whistle. Or
Ron,
Sonic.
you've
Mr.
driven
Kills the deal.
you've driven the GTR quite a bit. How is it in the rain?
It's fantastic. Just jack up the downforce traction control, keep the revs low, and enjoy the race. It's really that simple.
Yeah. Never go below second gear.
Got Scott in the chat saying
Never
that it's
use.
Moist.
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 Yeah, it's a bit moist out there.
It's a bit
Wetness.
damp. Oh, with the little switcheroo. Is he going to get it? Is he going to get it going around the outside? We have Gabriel Marsan and then Jeff Spangler coming around. Is he going to do a little switcheroo on the chicken? Will he get it? I don't think so. I think Marsan has too much speed. No, why did you switch? Stop switching. Stop it, autopilot. Vicus.
Oh, who's at the back in the McLaren?
What?
That the Dornelis just spear into the freaking wall?
He's quickly falling here. Hold on. I think he did.
It
Okay.
was
All right.
Dornelis, yeah.
All right, hold up. Instant replay. Hold on. We're going to get this.
We
Hold
had the
Roll it
technology.
back.
Hold up. Wait a minute. All right, we're going back a minute. We are on board with
A whole
Dornelis.
minute. All right,
We're
5 laps.
getting
to
this
go.
shit,
Do
boys. How true it get in there, Perez? Yes, Perez has been killing it tonight. All right, so I think the sadness is coming up here. Is this with Tomasco?
Maybe a little aggressive replay. Yeah, I think it was a cell phone, but who knows? Oh, yeah, it was right here.
It must be a spin. It's got to be. Yeah, it was the flick.
Yeah.
Look at the flick of that wrist. That sucks.
Yeah. Ouch.
That really sucks.
See that? He held the brakes. That's what you do when you spin.
Oh,
oh,
it can't be done.
Ooh. Okay.
That was close. That's
Little
we got the
moment.
Porsche doing the same thing, saying hello, Wall. How you
Who's the
doing?
Porsche behind him? Is that
Colin Johnson potentially? No, it doesn't look like he has too much damage.
he was having a good race too.
All
Is it
right.
Bruno?
So at the halfway point, we still have Portis P1, Davis Saar behind him, about 2.5 seconds. Foysen third, Saidi P4, Tommy Kogan all the way up to P5.
All right,
Love to
Chad.
see it.
I'm curious. Perez has been putting on a clinic tonight. He has, I would say, 4 or 5 of the fastest laps tonight. He has an 11-second gap to podium. Can he close it? Oh god, I still have the head-to-head stats. Sorry, everyone. Nothing like watching replays with that there. Thank you, Scott. I just wanted to share the stats with everybody. So many new toys.
There's too many buttons for him, Scott. He doesn't know what to do.
I'm just having fun. Kid in a candy
Too many
store.
buttons.
Is this a blue flag situation with was it?
It looks like it, yeah. As he's behind Hussar, so I do assume that it is a blue flag. We should see that coming up. Nick Amo in top 10 still.
It's Dag in front of him.
Nick is working with some damage there. He's got the happy hood. Bouncing around. He's got Jeff Spangler.
Patience. Look at the Spangler boy.
Oh yeah, very much so. I want to take a peek at that again.
Is this?
I think Nicholas might lose that spot. Stop switching.
Yeah.
Yep.
Looks like Spangler was able to get around him.
Yeah, Jeff will take that. Right,
That
turn
Bentley
auto-
power.
It seems all the different factors, tires, it's a lot easier to pass.
That might be 2 positions. That's 2 positions by turn 2 for Jeff Spangler. Quite impressive.
Thanks.
Oh no!
Oh, it's getting a little
they're
spicy.
just okay.
Oh,
Is that
no,
Mendez?
No, 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 no.
The Finale.
Yeah, maybe
It's just traffic jam.
do a replay on that.
Who are we going to? Mendez?
I don't know. Do you want to keep it on here because this may be still unfolding?
I agree.
Ooh.
I think this is a spicy battle.
Or-
Mendez has some damage there. Damn. Ooh.
Looks like
Oh, it just-
Landry just took
Oh, is
out
that-
Marsan.
Okay.
Was that Dag sitting in the road?
No, I think it was Marsan.
Was it?
Yeah, Dag is still driving.
I can't find him. Where is he? Where is he? All right, Marsan, we're going to go back 30 seconds, see what happened. It looks like he might have spun out on that curb there, leading to some more sadness. We got a Nissan off onto the wall. That's unfortunate. Very slippy.
Just seeing Kogan epiphanies.
Very slippy. Alright, so we'll be jumping back to the live broadcast here shortly. Still no safety car. Oh
no
my
safety
goodness.
car. It's scattered.
Oh wow, Nick's hood is fucked. That has to be distracting. You know that he sees that flapping in the wind.
Yourself a favor. Go up to Davis Star, currently within 0.2 of Portis.
Good on you, Dave. Proving that the GDI is pretty strong here in the rain.
Yeah, it's pushed in a good set of hands.
Ooh, baby.
He's had such a clean race.
He's doing so well, Dave Hassan.
Hey, it wasn't me. You guys said it last. Looks like we got a 5-second penalty there. Is that for Bruno Mendez?
Is Dave on wets? I believe he started the race on wets. Yeah, he does have wet tires. Yeah, I think he was one of the 4 or 5 drivers that started the race on wet tires.
Ladies and gents, Faraz Saidi is about 4 seconds away from Voisin now. So he's quickly closing that gap. Beamer seems very strong in the wet. I want to hop down to Burke, who's about 0.2 away.
I'll keep an eye on this battle and let you know if it gets a little spicier.
Sounds like a plan. Landry receiving a 5-second penalty for causing a collision
on lap 12. I think that was the contact with Marsan.
Yeah, that would certainly make sense. Alright, we'll jump back into autopilot here, getting the closest battles of the night. Back on board with Kenneth Portis, Dave Hassar following closely behind him. Alright, gents, give me a minute. I'll be right back. We got autopilot on. Oh no, Alloy guy going into the wall there. Looks like he held his brakes. Hopefully that's not too much damage for him. At P11. Was that Landry who is going to get ahead of Ike guy there? It looks like it, yep. So Landry's going to take Ike guy's position. I will be right back.
Looks like Carpenter, if he can keep within his current deficit, not losing space, he'll be able to take that position with the 5-second penalty.
Yeah, it looks like he was able to gain a little bit of time.
We got Alves chasing down our man. Dave Hassar is still he's just biding his time. He's just waiting.
Yeah, laying in wait there. Yeah, it looks like Saidi is just under a second behind, or just over a second behind Poison.
That was the last, the last pass he needed. So now it's just him looking for the lead now. As soon as he can catch up with Dave Hassar, he can join the
Or did he get around him?
fun.
Oh wait, no, he got around him. My bad. Just waiting for it to catch up.
Yeah, I don't like the live timing. It's of all things to not have in the game. It's many years. I don't understand.
I mean, I've been pretty impressed by the BMW. He has been doing a really good job. You know, early on he was staying up there with the fastest lap times. I don't know who currently has it, but he definitely showed up to race.
Yeah, I'm not sure who has the fastest lap.
Fastest lap currently, I believe it's Faraz Saidi still. Yep, who is now in P3. Alright, so Faraz made up 11-second gap in about 10 minutes. And I believe he has about an 18-second gap between himself and Dave Hassar at the moment.
Might be too much for him to make up. Let's see. If Portis and Hassar tangle, that would make it easy if you can catch up.
Yeah.
I think it's a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, that'll
But I don't
certainly...
think they're going to tangle because they both had a really good race so far. Flawless, perfect. Such good driving.
You're evil. You are evil, Rob.
They've done this good, you know? What could happen in 10 minutes?
Did Portis make a mistake, or was Dave just that much faster for the last 10 minutes? Dave is a man on a mission. No one cares about
I think
Ash.
Dave is just Captain Consistent, and he's just hanging out on the bumper now. He knows. I think he knows that he has the better car.
Mm-hmm.
That's my
Yeah,
guess.
I think he's gonna stay patient and just keep getting closer and closer. See if he can get around him.
So
he's got him in striking distance.
just keep this in mind, gents. Kenneth Portis' last lap was a 151.420, and then Dave Hassar had a 151.477. So very consistent, pulling away a tiny bit there with Kenneth. But Faraz Saidi had a 149.5.
Yeah, Saidi is definitely making up ground.
Very quickly.
I wonder if I wonder how hard Portis is driving.
Let's go. We can jump on
If
board.
he's actively trying to get away, or just trying to play a good defensive game.
Dave is within a tenth.
This could easily go either way. This is so close. Let this unfold as we go. I want to jump down to Ike Guy. What do we have here? Michael Landry, 10-second penalty for causing a collision on lap 14.
Ouch. Looks like Kogan has been able to close the gap with Boyce and could potentially get around him for P4. He's right on his bumper.
Alright, let's hop on. There's another GDR.
And, you know, speaking of consistent drivers, you know, Tommy Kogan, very consistent.
Ooh, hold on, let's jump on board with Kenneth Portis, almost being overtaken by Dave Hassar. Very close there.
And Kogan
He's
is
nipping.
going to get around Voisin, and will he keep it through turn one? Yes, he does.
I don't know.
Unless
that-
it's descent. Oh yeah,
He got around. I mean, he's pulling away now,
He's-
but yeah, it
yeah.
looked a little questionable there for a bit.
Nicholas Alvarado
I
following
felt like
Voisin.
maybe. Thought maybe I had spoken too soon.
It kind of looked a bit spicy there because the Ferrari is pretty quick in the corners. So I was on the fence. I thought, I don't know if Voisin might have that on the exit, but no.
I just
Kogan's
thought there was going to be a
certainly-
send, but
Got this blue flag driver could potentially cause some issues for Portis. See what happens. I think that's our buddy. It's either Matt or Hobie.
Car 404, that is...
That is Matt.
Yes,
30.
that's Matty Boy.
ready.
Yeah, we'll certainly take the exit route there on the home straight.
He pulled over from the pass. That's good.
Yep. Oh, this is getting close. Is Dave going to make his
Start.
move right now?
Oh,
Is he going to make a
man.
move around the outside? All right, let's see. Oh, this is getting so close. He's currently in P1.
So close.
No, we have contact. Oh, shit.
no.
Dave lives. Kenneth Portis takes a little bit of contact there, and he will retain P2.
Dave.
Oh, spinning a bit more. Shit.
He's got the VTEC spin.
Okay, so Fares Saidi is now in second place. That had to be him going across. Yes, it is. All right, Fares Saidi is now in second place, ladies and gentlemen. And Dave Hassar currently has about a 12-second gap between himself and P2. We're just under 5 minutes remaining in the 40-minute sprint for North American Blue.
I think he's got it.
Hot damn, this has been a spicy race, gents.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
It's been a spicy race, yes? Alright, let's hop back on board with Voisin. And then we will jump around the grid here a tiny bit. Actually, I'm going to go on board with
Yeah, I
Bruno.
think-
Go ahead, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I think Dave has it. If he can keep it on the track, this is his.
Agreed. Very consistent, like you said. And he's got roughly...
Now he has.
What do you think, 3 laps left?
Yeah, 3.
PJ. I reckon the one that finishes first will win. You know, that's generally how it works.
Whoa.
That
But
is some
let's put our
profound-
tinfoil hats on, ladies and gents. What if there's a penalty?
Get this guy in the booth.
Yo, like, what if Dave gets a 10-second penalty, and then Mr. Saidi is within that 10 seconds, he could take P1. How about that shit?
Yeah.
Huh?
But I think that would mean that he finishes first, so he wins.
Whoa. But if he finishes first and
Oh
he gets
my
that
God.
penalty, like, what happens, dude? Like,
Then that means
Perez
he
would
doesn't
win.
finish first.
Yo, Perez would most def
Yeah.
get that dub, dude.
Oh my God. Or even dirt sheet.
Shit. Mine is blown. It's
This
time
is a
for
new
some
accent
pizza.
for you guys.
Yo, why don't we have Laguna Seca on here, dude?
For this
Mr.
race.
Cali. Yes.
Sorry to our viewer.
Sorry to our viewer, who?
The last remaining viewer.
Hey, Ducky. It's been quiet this race.
Knock off the Bill and Ted and stop being most excellent to one another. Words of the Ducky.
I think he was just saying we're a cheap knockoff version of Bill and Ted. There's got to be something interesting in the race right now.
Interesting what?
To look
TTTPPP. How you doing?
Instead of talking about California accents.
We haven't pulled a California accent in 5 rounds. I think it's worthy now, dude. And if one has ever been so natural, all natural, it's most def the SoCal.
Who's that one? Off the track.
It was Mendez, it looked like, in the Ferrari. Yeah,
Just
I
take
think,
the rally line.
I think a lot of the race leaders, like the ones that are not like lapped and stuff, there's really not too many close battles going on.
It's just a pair of Canadians there at the top of the race here. Dave Hassari and Fares Saidi, eh? Fares also, he's getting closer. 8.8 seconds away. He's got a few blue flags in front of him, but if he keeps this consistency up, he could be close. His last lap was a 150.184. Dave Hassar had a 150.883. Yeah, Jay,
Yeah, that's not
absolutely.
enough.
No, but Fares, dude, he has had quick, consistent pace the entire race. Jay nailed it on the head. Insane pace tonight by Saidi.
Yeah.
Hey, Matty. Oh no, a bit of contact
Matty,
again.
oh, jeez.
No.
Facing one another. You put your junk in reverse.
Whose Mercedes was that?
That is a good question. Where is he?
Was it Dag? Oh, I think it was Dag.
It was Dag, and then it looks like Matt is going to have a bit of
He didn't wait. He
trouble on
burnout.
trouble on the marbles. All right, Dave Hussar, ladies and
Final
gents,
lap.
on his final lap. Perez Saidi
Legend.
is 7.5 seconds back. We haven't had any updates on any of the penalties. I'm still very curious to see if Dave is going to catch any flack for the tap on Kenneth Portis, or if that's going to be viewed upon as a racing incident. What do you guys think?
Have there been other racing incidents or any other penalties being levied?
No, I haven't seen any pop in. Go ahead, Dave.
I was just gonna say that. I don't think it was a penalty.
I think this is it. It's going to be his.
All right, let's jump on board with Dave Hussar. Perez Saidi now 6.7 seconds away from Dave. Not quite good enough to take podium, or pole, sorry. But he'll
I think
certainly
TJ
get
had
P10.
it. You know, if there had been like another 5 minutes in the race, a couple more laps, I think he could have caught up.
Yeah, I agree. I think he could have certainly caught up as well. Could see some shakeups here. I think because of with Perez finishing where he is, Dave Hussar coming across the start-finish line here shortly.
Yeah,
Good
there we
on
go
you,
with
Dave. Give us a
Hussar.
flash.
P1.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Dave taking P1. Perez Saidi taking P2. Hell of a drive from Perez tonight. I don't want to take this away from anyone else, especially Dave on his maiden pole. But Perez drove like an absolute madman tonight. That was awesome to see. Kenneth Portis taking P3. Tommy Kogan taking P4. Nicholas Alvarado taking P5. We have a message coming through on race control. Thomas Dag. 10-second penalty for
10-second
collision
penalty.
on lap 20.
It's the Matty.
That must have been the collision with Matty.
All right, we have Andrew Burke taking P7, Jeff Spangler P8, Tomasco P9, Cantia P10, Carpenter P11, Landry likely, he's got that, he's going to be knocked back a few, probably P17 or 18 by the time this is all said and done. Dornellis taking P12, Frizza taking P13. Gents, good race tonight.
Yeah, that was
Heck,
really
yes.
really well done. Pretty clean.
It's hard to find the
overall.
action sometimes.
There was so much action going on.
We've never had a glut of action.
Well, I don't think we've had a true rainy race like this.
And you know, like we said, rain being the equalizer. I mean, if you look at the final, you know, places here, we've got Dornellis all the way down in P12, Fabiano P15. You know, we're not used to seeing those guys that far down.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be interesting to see how the standings change this week with those guys being so far back.
That it will. I think that Tommy Kogan is going to jump up, certainly. Dave Hussar, Perez Saidi, those guys are going to get major boost within the standings here. And that is a wrap, ladies and gents, for North America Blue.
Well done, Colin Johnson.
Green light. Go, go, go.
All right, return to garage. Let's go ahead and take a look at our race leaders real quick. So race 2 within amateurs, we have Tomasco at P1, Carpenter at P2, Frizza at P3. Pro-Am, we have Dave Hussar at P1, Perez Saidi at P2, Nicholas Alvarado at P3. And overall, the only difference between P1, 2, and 3 is Kenneth Portis at P3 in the pro position. And we
Now,
are...
Tomasco, were they new this week? Was this their first race? I don't recognize the name.
That's...
Yeah, I don't.
That is a good question.
I'll check the standings real quick.
Yeah, we'll need to check that. And we are also
Yeah,
going to jump over
they.
to the Reds. He's new?
Yeah, this was his first race, and top of the amateur class.
Okay.
All right, I'll be right back.
The debutante. Take your time. And as we hop into the red splits, looks like we are wrapping up qualifying here. 1 second. Okay, what do we have here? Swap on over to the track.
I forgot what it looks like. That's a sunny.
Hold on 1 sec. Ducky saying that he ran rookies last week at Panorama. Got it.
Back.
Welcome
So he
back.
did Mount Panorama. They said, "Sir, please."
So these rookies last week at Panorama.
Get your ass up to the professionals right now. You got the call. So we'll be getting some
Was
laps
he
here.
in split B, Ducky?
So as we're waiting on some laps to go through, we'll wait until the race. We'll go through the current standings right now. That is a crispy boy if I ever heard one. What you drinking?
You know, the manliest of beverages.
Oh.
Hard seltzer.
Oh, you got those
Buddy.
claws, eh?
Gotta watch the figure for summer, you know.
Well, at least one of us are doing that. I am
Yes,
a figure.
Speedo season is upon us, gents.
What'd you say, Rob?
I said Speedo season is upon us, gents.
we are in Italy right now, Imola.
Oh, scusi.
Miss Scusi. Looks like we got
We're
some
just
laps
gonna
on-
take off the robe.
I didn't know it was that type of the beach. Anyways, we got some lap times coming in here. Simon Salomon in the tank slapper, slapping on a 141.847. That's on his first lap. So I think we might see some 40s. What do y'all think?
I think it's possible.
On it.
And we've seen this split put in some really good times overall.
I want the 40s. Both the malt liquor and mild.
Thank you, Scott. Anyways, we're back to the race. Zach Patterson closing in at P2 with the 10th away. The red split is very quick. Philippa welcome into the stream. It might be her. Possibly.
It's probably most likely.
Yeah.
Looks like Ben Keogh was able to show up. I know he was having some network trouble earlier in the day. So that's good.
Yeah, we might see him do some spins.
No semi-truck is going to get in his way. Yeah, Scott, we just get caught up in the action.
All right, I'm gonna say it.
Say it.
No Hudson. I'm a little bummed out.
No Jag.
Where's
wrecking
the
ball.
Jag?
Hold up.
We had no Jag.
Wait, are they in this split? Or were they in
No,
blue?
he's-
I think they're supposed to be blue.
Yeah, he
He is blue. Hudson's blue.
That's
But
a bummer.
let's time out from the
Just a week, I guess.
Jag. And let's take a little peek-see at qualifying going on right here. Cardin Liu is sneaking into P1 with a 141.301. Mark Antoine Landry at P2 in a 141.388.
So thin.
It's so close. Razor's edge right here. So that is 800ths. Yes, yeah. 800ths away from P1. Very close.
Is Dave Hassar going to be joining us? Probably, most likely.
Mayhaps.
Thanks. Pretty sure. Hope so.
Let me go
Otherwise,
see if
just-
he's.
Cameron
said
Sansano
anything.
said, "Hi, good day. See you later. I'll take P1, thanks. Warming up my seat with a 141.229." We got the
Dave's
Spangler.
too busy celebrating.
Yeah. he's going to pound some
I think you
brewskis
were
real
correct.
quick. Who's correct?
Prime time, Jeff Spangler in chat.
He is. Yep. Jeff, good race
Yeah.
there. Welcome to the chat. We have a new fastest lap.
I think he's up to his third bottle of champagne.
There you go. A 140 right there for you.
We've got
Ryan.
two. We have two. We have Hamza Golzar with a 140.950 and then Cardin Liu with a 140.977. This is going to be spicy.
Wow.
So quick. I love it.
They cannot stop one-upping. Just
So, not to be a jerk, but I'm gonna rewind time a little bit to go back to Paul Ricard.
Yes.
Let's see if Golzar does a correct turn 2 this time around. See what happens.
No esports line, huh? He's taking the
Yeah,
quick line.
No Verstappen line.
that's clean. That's clean, isn't it, Ryan?
Oh, dude, if you're jumping chickens, it's totes clean, all right?
Esports.
Treat it like a wave and ride it, bro.
Oh my god, esports line, dude. As we wrap up here to the end of qualifying. Oh, we'll see if Mark Antoine Landry can better his time. Is he still on a valid lap? Let's take a look. Yes, he is. Okay, so last lap was a 141.682 for Mr. Landry.
David Starr, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome this gentleman.
The man, the myth, the legend.
I believe it's a
You'll
race
love to
winner, Dave.
see it. Good shit, Dave.
Race winner.
Hell of a race.
That
Another
was very
unique
lucky
title.
on my part, but I will take it.
No,
Hey,
all
lucky
skill.
luck.
I think you have a new name.
Just
We
like the
couldn't
team
see
drew it
the
up.
the actual pass because we had some knucklehead had it on the rear view camera. Pass. How was that?
Who the hell would do that?
So I finally was close enough to Ken and got a run on him. So I had the outside into turn 1, and I knew from previous laps that I could outbrake him a fair bit. So I kind of pushed the braking zone, went deep. I think he tried to kind of match and went a bit deeper than he could have handled, and kind of just tagged me as he kind of hit the first apex. So I felt him bump me, but it didn't unsettle my car too much. And then I looked in the rear view, and he was sideways, unfortunately. So that was that.
Nice. Yeah,
So
you were
was
just
that-
waiting. It looks like you had
was
the
that-
pace the entire time.
Was that your first place win?
That is my first OOR P1.
There
Was
you
that,
go. Look at that.
this season? It was the first time on the podium as well, right, Dave?
I wouldn't dispute that. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. No, that was a hell of a race. Very
like-
good job.
PB beyond that is like a P6 or something at this point.
Okay. Yes. So, would you say that the safety car was very beneficial in that race? Because I don't think you got
Saved
collected.
my ass. Yeah, well, like I avoided the damage on the initial contact. Like I was P26 and I could see cars in the grass on both sides, so I could just slow up. So I got through most of that, and then I started on wets, just default wet setup, loaded that. So my tires were like extra crispy. So that extra slow lap definitely saved them. I might have exploded my tires if that safety car didn't come out.
Oof. Quick question. Where is the Ayrton Senna memorial? Is that it?
Right there. Nope, turn around. Yep. You got to go through the tree line a bit, though.
There's a statue, right?
You got to crash through the.
Oh, that's rough.
Go right from here. Go right. Go right. Turn around and go right. Nope.
I would assume it would have been with the Brazilian flags back there.
Other side
Yeah,
of the
that's-
track. Statue is on the inside.
Oh, on the
corner.
inside? No. Go back to where the Brazilian flags were. Well, unless you want to follow the pack, but
Oh, we'll do that here in a second. All right, flags. Where I just had it. All right, right here.
yeah,
Other
and then
side of the
go
track.
straight across.
How am I missing this?
It's not this deep. I think it's like right on the track.
That's what I thought too. It was a statue, from what I recall. All right, sorry, ladies and gents. Anyways,
Riveting stuff.
Wait, is there a race
gotta
going
go.
on? What are we?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Right,
I'm gonna
so,
shuffle off. I just want to hang around and say congrats to David Sarr. But yeah, thank you. Good night, everybody.
Hi, Rob. Catch
Hey,
you later,
Rob.
man.
See you, buddy.
Mwah.
Yeah, F in the chat for my lack of ability to find the statue. Apologies. We'll work on that next season, ladies and gents.
I don't know. After this season with Imola, will they go to Imola again?
Hell yeah, we will.
This-
Got to make up for it, right?
Is this spicy as it was?
All right. Do we have a chance to hop into the standings real quick? I think we do. Let's jump into that. We'll do a speed round. All right, so the championship leaderboard that we have currently right now, new top dog Simon Salomon swapping spots with Hamza Gulzar. Carden Lou is jumping from P6 to P3. Ben Keogh 16 to 11. Zach Patterson P8 to P6. Lots of shifting up within the top 10. The biggest move that we have currently is Michael Louis, P32 to P24, went up 8 spots. So it looks like Bathurst was very kind on him. Let's go ahead and close out this leaderboard, though. Dave, as the previous victor, would you like to call this first race?
Let's do this. Late green flag here at the start of Imola. Gotta be patient
Green light. Give it all
as
you
we
can.
come to this second line. We are green. The Mercedes of Carden Lou, nope, not Lou, Sansano maybe, jumps out wide early but doesn't go anywhere. 2 Nissans on the inside, gets door to door with the Honda, but they're okay. 2x2 in the backfield. A couple bumps maybe, but nothing major. Still green flag. Merc come. Oh, we've got a warping McLaren there. Hopefully that sorts itself out quickly. Uh, 135 is way behind the field. That's about the only major incident I think so far. So we've got Gulzar in the lead from Lou and Antoine Landry, or Landry rather. Chad is saying the leaderboard is still up. Is that a thing?
No, I thought I closed it. I pressed the close leaderboard.
Oh, was that a while ago? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, looks good.
Okay.
So we've got Landry pushing up Lou. Sansano not far behind as well. Cleansing still there, also in the Nissan. He's defending as they go 2.5 wide into the final 2 corners. Got Varnes and Bay. Bay is going to tuck in front, but goes deep. Allows Varnes straight through. Now Bay's going to have to defend from his teammate. Oh, they might get a little touch there, but nothing to call home about. In behind them, there's a BMW and a Ferrari going side by side. That would be Brooke and Clark. See who blinks first between these two. Oh, Ferrari's got much better speed into there. Gets caught in behind the 2 Bentleys dueling in front as well. It's going to allow Clark, Keo rather, right back in. Oh, we've got one of the Nissans off. That might be Cleansing. Yep. Tumbling down the leaderboard. Oh, as one of the Astons as well. I think gets freaked out by the braking of the car in front. Takes to the sand.
Oh, got a Porsche spun out.
We do. Who is that? Is that Andy Meyer? No. Is it Simon?
Salomon.
It is. It's Simon. Your current standings leader. That's unfortunate. That is likely race ending. Go ahead, Dave.
A little door banging there between the BMW and the Aston. Yeah, Solomon's just tumbling down the order.
Yeah, we'll jump up to Marc-Antoine Landry.
Ooh, that McLaren of Snell Train's still warping pretty bad.
I think it's a bit too far now. Could have hopped into the replay there. Let's see. New fastest lap, Hamza Galzar. He is putting in a 141.172. So, looks like red split is a bit quicker than the blue split, as they are very close to hopping into the 140 range within race pace. Currently on board with Tim Brock in the Bentley as he's chasing Andy Bay, fellow teammate, and closely followed by Taylor Clark behind him in the Ferrari.
Looks like Byers was able to get a move on Dizon, get around him for P17.
And we just got a penalty coming through with race control. Brian Rasco is going to take a 5-second penalty due to collision on lap 1. Show 9th place battle.
I think that might explain why he was down at the bottom.
Yep. Thomas Varnes with Michael Louis getting quite spicy in the Audi here. Louis taking the outside line here on the RNG chicane. Ooh, a bit of contact there. That's going to force Louis out. It's definitely not where you want to be in the Audi on the outside of that turn. We got two. Oh, more contact.
Oh, no.
Oh, what happened there? Hold the brakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's a big one. They are very lucky they didn't collect anyone else that we saw, at least on the first pass.
That's huge. Let's do a quick
To
replay
me,
here.
if you go to Varnes to do the replay, it looked like he started kind of drifting to the right.
Yeah.
Get out of there, tree.
Yeah. Oh, so close.
Front end of the the Audi rather, is just destroyed.
Oh, it's toast. Yeah, I do not blame that port. Okay. Let's hop back in.
Yeah, I would definitely
Hold
do
up.
that.
On board with Sam Snelltrain.
Cam calling it 3 wide is a fantastic idea for that corner.
That's what I was laughing at.
It's not an original idea, that's for sure. This week.
Holding the brakes is for the birds. Who does that? Looks like Marc-Antoine Landry is our closest battle in the top 5 that we have currently, as he's about 2/10 away from Carden Lou. Seems to be the great equalizer, regardless of any kind of weather. That turn right there, the RNG chicane, can make or break your lap.
I kind of hope we get rain for the second race again. That was really entertaining.
It was constant battles, constant action, and the fact that we had 20-some cars in the pits in the very beginning made it very interesting. A lot of speedy boys had to pit right there off the get-go. Once the safety car was back in, made for some very interesting action. Had a few guys in the top 10 that were not there previously, so it was good to see a little change up. Let's go on board with Keith Briscoe. We have another race control penalty coming in.
Snell Train getting a 15-second penalty for causing a collision on lap 2. That's the warping McLaren, so don't know if that had anything to do with it.
That likely didn't help. Looks like we got a ton of close action between P15 and P10. Let's hop in there. As we're on board with Taylor Clark. So, Dave, from the looks of it, in clean weather, and I apologize, I think I just cut you off from what you were going to say. The GTR did not seem that strong in clean weather. Clear weather.
We weren't too bad. I mean, it's a tough track to pass, and like our speed is all straight line, right? So
Yeah.
there's a couple opportunities where I got close to cars into turn 1, but didn't quite get the run out of the last corner, so I wasn't alongside enough to push anything. But yeah, straights are definitely it's a tough track to pass on regardless of your car, so I think that definitely plays into it a bit.
Sure. It seemed the rain played in your favor, though. You and your teammate.
Yeah, I got very lucky with that.
We have a new, while we were...
Yeah, and I seem to be quite a bit...
Go ahead.
Seem to be quite a bit faster than the... quite a few cars around me, actually, because I think even after the safety car restart, I was only P5 or 6. Just because so many cars had to pit or were involved in that incident. But there was a couple cars in front of me that must have stayed on dries because I passed them pretty handily. I think there was one that came into the pits after the safety car lap, so they must have still been on dries as well. So I got through 3 or 4 of them fairly easily, and then caught Ken within a few laps too, so had decent pace on the default wet.
Default wet coming to save the day.
I feel like with a wet setup, it's like the best route to go, just because, wet races are so challenging.
Oh, 100%. If I see rain, just slap on the default wet. Toy with the traction control a tiny bit, ABS maybe a little, but overall just leaving it as is.
I didn't touch a thing. Default wet, 99 telemetry laps, let's go.
That's awesome. We have a new fastest lap. Hamza Galzar is dipping into the 40s now with a 140.965. Very quick.
Man, he is a fast driver.
Looks like Tide File is going to collect a 10-second penalty for an unsafe rejoin on lap 2. A few more penalties this this race with the red split.
Yeah, let's see if they can clean it up for the second race. Currently, Landry's getting very close to Lou, and Sansano is even catching up a bit as well. Should be pretty interesting as the race continues.
It looks like they're going into Aqua Minerale. I can't speak tonight. Who was it? Was it Jeff? Jeff took the sausage, kind of yeeted himself off of it. Pass around the outside. Totally clean, right?
No safety car, Rob.
No safety car yet, Rob.
I mean,
Exactly.
yeah.
Landry not far at all. Looking like a very similar situation to the 40-minute race in NA Blue.
Yep, little Honda on Nissan action.
So
Throw a Mercedes in the mix as well.
I think
Yeah, he's caught up quite a bit.
tinfoil hats on. The Mercedes who was in the NA Blue split that spun out. I can't recall the driver. Apologies. But I feel that the Mercedes could have been very strong, as it was one of the top 5 contenders. Seems very quick, but it has that little twitch where if you lose it, the car's gone, you're into the wall.
I think it was Marsan that spun.
Sounds about right.
There was a few. Thomas, Dag got tagged a couple times, I think in both
Yeah.
races. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
he had a rough outing
race.
tonight.
And Fabiano was one of the drivers that kept the dry tires during the safety car. Ended up having to pit and never really recovered.
There you go, Jeff. I fixed it. The yeet was impressive, and we saw it too. All right. Let's see. What other action do we have? Taylor Clark's about 4 tenths away. Let's take a peek in there, as he's on the bumper of Thomas Varnes. In regards to a top 3 that we have currently, top 4 even, Cameron Sansano has the fastest last lap at a 141.643. Take it back. Sorry, Hamza Golzar has the fastest at 141.358. It's going to be very tough to beat Hamza. He's very consistent and very quick.
Yep. No doubt about that. So, yeah, he's extending his lead some more. I think it was 3.5 seconds last we saw. So, still pulling away, but P2 is still to fight for. We've got, looking at P7 right now. The 2 Bentleys chasing down, who's that, Meyer. So, Lou is defending from Landry and Sansano still. Looks like Sansano's fallen back a bit as Landry's pushed up onto Lou. Lou has actually matched Golzar on this last lap. Or is that their fastest lap? I can't tell.
He has. That's exact. Carbon copy fastest laps right now. For last laps.
Pretty impressive.
We've got Daizon picking up 10 seconds for causing a collision on lap 3. They're way down at the back right now. Yeah, so that's one thing drivers are going to have to consider here is where they want to start next race. If you're inside the top 12, you reverse. So if you think you can go a long ways forwards, then it's definitely worth pushing. But if you're only going to get 1 or 2 positions, might be worth holding station, getting the reverse grid to work for you, and making up some big points in the longer 40-minute race coming up. Ooh, as we've got someone falling down. Bay and Varnes looks like fell way back. Varnes is still tumbling. Oof,
right.
yeah, in the
Let's-
pits.
Let's go on board with him real quick, see if we can see the. No, not far enough.
It's got some quite
That
a
is
bit
a
of front end
flappy
damage.
hood, though.
Yeah.
Not nearly as
There were
flappy
quite a few of
as
those.
Nicholas Amon's hood. Looked like it was
Ugh.
6 inches from where it should close by the time he
It's
finished.
because you cursed him. As soon as you were like, "Oh, he's doing so well,"
Oh,
instant.
please.
It was
That-
like instantaneous.
That is our job, all right? He was killing it. He still had a good finish. Top 20.
Ooh, so don't look now, but Simon Salomon is in P12. So pole for the reverse grid. Big brain strats here. I don't expect we'll see him forcing the issue here in the last 3 minutes.
As Jeff said, though, you put on your math caps, your thinking caps. He's got that 15-second penalty. So where is that going to place him? That's going to be the biggest shakeup for who gets pole.
Ooh, true.
I think like P11 maybe.
We're going to have to wait and see just because it's fluctuating so much.
He's probably going to drop to 12. He's 18 and a half seconds off the lead right now. Plus 15 is going to go to 33.
It might be 11.
Oh, wait. No, sorry. Only P10? P9? How's that work? P9?
That's, yeah.
Looks like Bay ended up picking up a drive-through penalty for an unsafe rejoin.
Oh, Jay, 100%. He'll definitely be within the top 12. It's just a matter of such a toss-up. And we have Bay with the drive-through.
So yeah, right now Snell Train's only going to drop to P9. So Briscoe has to get a move on if he wants to move up into P8, but
Guess we'll see whose
Yeah.
calculation is better, Jay, yours or Dave's.
I'm going by the pit wall timing, so depending on how accurate that is, I don't know. So we'll see. Oh, Bay picks up a drive-through. Did we talk about that yet?
We, briefly.
Yeah,
just briefly.
unsafe
Okay.
rejoin. Yep.
Oh, it was Bay that picked that up. Okay.
Yep.
I thought you were saying Varnes for some. My brain. You definitely said Bay, but my brain heard Varnes.
It's
No,
all
I
right.
think I did say Barnes. I think there was another unsafe rejoin, but it was a 10-second penalty, not the drive-through.
Jeff pointed out in the chat that they're clamping down on the dangerous rejoins. Which, I mean, I think it's something that should be, potentially penalized if it's pretty unsafe. I think that was some of the issues we saw in some of the other splits.
Ben Keogh poking his nose up into P9.
Did Snell Train just fall?
P8, sorry. Excuse me.
Did he pit? Where'd he go?
Yeah, he just fell way down the timing sheet. So him and Tim Brook just fell way down. I'm not sure what happened between them.
Yeah, I actually don't see Snell Train at all. Did he get disconnected?
Ooh.
Possibly.
I mean,
know
he was warping quite a bit.
Yeah, we do have a few regions in the U.S. that are experiencing tropical storms, thunderstorms of that nature. So possibly power failure, network loss, anything of that nature.
So Gulzar takes the checkered flag in race 1. Stack is Weeks making up some positions here, currently in P12. Antoine Landry coming across P4. Lou and Sansano on the podium as well. Lots of penalties in this one, still hanging over people's heads. So we'll see where the final order shuffles out. I mean, Jay, I can't account for disconnects. I'm sorry. I'm good, but I'm not that good.
Ben Keogh having a good finish there. I believe, if I remember correctly, he was mid-teens with his qualifying pace. 14th was the last I saw. This is very good showing from his part.
I'll go take a peek. Qualified 15th.
15th. Okay, there we go. All right, ladies and gents, as we wrap this up, this will be leading us into the sprint, 40-minute sprint. So, as of right now, tinfoil hats on, Takis Weeks could take pole. Depending on penalties, we'll have to see how that shuffles out. But it looks like he could certainly be up near the top.
A lot of red on the timesheet there with penalties.
Yeah. It's certainly much more red.
Green light, go, go, go.
Okay, so qualifying 2, we've got 13 and below requalifying. 13 and below from the first race requalifying. That will set their order from 13 and below at the start of the second race. Top 12 will reverse.
Gents, I'll be
Rasco just
right
spun
back.
out the pits.
Totally
Speed warming the
intentional.
tires,
Yeah, came out a little spicy.
I'll be right back.
getting some adrenaline into his competitors.
After you won your race, the chat was joking that you were most likely celebrating with champagne.
Nothing that fancy, just craft beer. Tommy wanted me to do a shoey, but I said I'm wearing Crocs, so that won't work very well. The rain shower shoey. So, a relatively short qualifying session. Only a few cars on track, though, so they should be able to spread out, get a few decent runs in. Maybe 3 or 4 laps, depending on when they came out.
Yeah, it's 8-minute qualifying now, or is it just 7?
I think 8, based on how much is left. But by the time you get around for your first, there's really only like 5.5.
Alright, I am back. Do we even attempt to find the statue? Do I redeem myself? I'm gonna take the snickering as a no.
If you gotta ask, you know.
Alright, Dave. Shit. I'll just take the big F on that one. Alright, who is at the tip of the spear? Car 135. Let's hop on board. If I can find it. Brian Rasco. No, Brian Rasco. Jeff just came in. Snell train disconnected with the new house, new Wi-Fi. Needs to move the router. Big F in the chat.
Oh.
That sucks.
Oh no. That's brutal.
No, he needs to run a hard line to his computer.
Aha.
Yeah, I go
No
hard.
Wi-Fi. No Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I do hard line.
Gotta get that giggle bit.
Who's Legion 2K? Is that Amon?
That is
Yep,
Amon.
that's Nick.
Ugh. It was all Ryan, man. It was all Ryan.
I was pulling for you, man. I was pulling for you. I was
That
happy
was-
to see you there.
The mightiest of curses.
That's what we're here for you. Love you. We have a few guys coming across the start-finish line right now. Brian Rasco currently sitting on pole with the 142.558. I imagine we'll see some 41s here. What do you all think?
Maybe? I think some of these guys were pretty quick.
I think we have a 41
Oh, is the next
potentially.
race gonna be Donington? Ooh, that's gonna be good.
Nick, I'm not redacting shit. Just don't believe in curses. You do you. It's no thing. We got Varnes behind Rasco, 900ths away. Thomas Varnes with the 142.657. Very close. Alright, let's hop back on. Let's jump to someone else. Go with Abe Duarte. Jay says, for sure 41, maybe 40s. Ah, yes, JP. Thank you for the reminder. So, for those of you watching, we do have the special event next week. And I'm going to interrupt myself real quick to say that Martin Louis crosses the line with fastest lap. There's our 41. 41.961. But as I was saying...
quickly taken by Byers with a 141.96.
It's spicy. It's getting very spicy. Todd File, will he better his lap? No. Looks like he's taking P13. But anyways, yes. Special event next week is going to be the 8 hours of Imola. For those of us that are in North America, that is roughly, Dave, correct me if I'm wrong, 12 a.m. to 8 a.m.?
Yeah, it's very rough for North America. It's all overnight hours, so you got to be very dedicated to try and do that one. But watch the VOD after, and if you get up early, watch the end of the race.
Yep. Paul Ricard. Did I say Imola? Apologies, I did mean Paul Ricard. Anyways, we do have a few North American drivers that will be appearing there. Ducky is taking the midnight shift on his team. So you wanna
He's a madman.
take a peek at the beginning of the race. It is Paul Ricard. Apparently I said Imola. Okay. Whoops. My brain is at the Imola right now. The sausages.
1 a.m. to 3 a.m. shift for Ducky. Ducky,
pretty
which
1
car are
a.m.
you guys driving?
And 3 a.m. Ugh.
Yeah, he's crazy.
That's pretty late.
Gonna have to have him tested for performance-enhancing drugs, racing at those hours.
What were you doing? I had 5 Red Bulls. Isaiah Byers coming across the start finish with a new fastest time, 141.592. We'll have to see if anyone beats that.
The GTRs are. I feel like they perform really well here.
Certainly strong.
And we did miss it, but Andrew Proctor in chat saying he can't wait to get ACC on PC so he can join all the Aussies racing in OOR. Definitely get the game, join the fun.
Nick in chat right now. He missed having me on track. It's odd not having our driver's rear quarter panel to aim for all race. You know what? I'm glad we're not racing together for that reason, Nick.
That why you choose to curse him now, Ryan? Is that it?
Just calling the race here, Dave. There's no grudges. I don't believe in that. All right, we have the last few stragglers coming across the finish line here. But as it sits, oh, new fastest lap. Isaiah Byers again with the 141.178. Very close to breaking the 140s.
Love you too,
Very
Nick.
impressive.
Can't imagine if ACC was cross-platform. It's going to be chaos. That would be absolute chaos. But,
Nick coming back with a zinger.
oh, when he's a lap down from me. Damn, Nick.
Wow.
What the hell? Brutal.
Spitting fire over there, man.
Well, just wait for Donington. I hope it rains.
Hashtag boycott Imola. Colin Johnson.
Which Imola? Apparently I called Power Card Imola as well. So everything's Imola tonight. All right. So a bit of a different toss-up for the start of the 40-minute sprint series. We got two GTRs in the front. And yes, I did say GTRs, like a true American. We got Isaiah Byers, P1, Grant Kinsling at P3. Cleansing, thank you. The font is too small. Apologies. Oh, an Audi poking its nose up. P2, Michael Louie. Aston Thomas Varnes, P4. And the Porky Boy, driven by Adrian Bourdon at P5. What do we think, Dave?
Byers was...
Go ahead.
I was saying Byers had a really nice qualifying. It'll be interesting to see how it goes with the reverse grid. So starting in P13 for him, but as we've seen in other splits, turn one could be total carnage.
Oh, hold on.
Well, no beer koozies going out tonight.
Yeah, no.
That was a very crooked line.
It's like they don't want it, you know?
It's straight away from the safety car, but no koozies, regardless. Nonetheless.
For this part, their cars are not ghosted, right? They have to be careful.
No, they are ghosted.
This first lap they are. After the green flag, they are not. And if a safety car comes out at any point, cars are not ghosted, so you have to be extra careful during that. The one thing this does, though, is really delays the start even more than it is at Imola here. Just because of the reverse grid, it only goes green when the Q2, P1 hits the start-finish line, so half the field is going to be across quite a ways before we get green flag.
Let's see.
Yeah, Jay, they're never going to get it straight.
Dave Hill, can you check the weather? Because I don't have that widget on right now.
It's sunny for the next half hour.
Boo.
Wind watch.
The 100? What's the 100 at?
Wind is currently, it looks like it's at a northeast wind at 3 kilometers an hour.
Boo.
So probably going to stay sunny for the race.
All right, Red, you got your dry race.
It's a missed opportunity to do a like a weatherman impersonation, you know.
It's gonna rain.
This is the the big smelly weather report.
Similar to Family Guy. Oh, Nick coming in with the Italian weather report. Cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Mamma mia! This is going to be a meaty mess on the windshield. And we're going 3 wide prior to the start. Mr. Hill, you have not called a start tonight.
I will bear this burden.
Ah, no, it is no burden, sir. It is an honor. All right, so let's jump on board with Keith Briscoe. Take it from the helicam. And take it away, Dave.
All right, so coming up here onto the straight, we got Weeks P1, Davis P2, Briscoe P3, Salomon P4, Ben Keogh P5, Clark P6, Meyer P7, Patterson P8, Landry 9, Sansano 10. And should have a green flag shortly here.
Green light. Go, go, go.
And it's green. Let's see what happens. The Porsche of Salomon got a little bit better of a start, but he went into the grass, and Weeks is able to pull ahead and keeping it clean. Weeks pulling away. Not too much action behind that. Not bad, not bad.
Three groups of 3 wide made me a little nervous, but they all got through okay. Ooh, there was some lunging up into the Villeneuve chicane there. Up in front, I think they're all okay.
I feel like you see 3 wide, you clench a little, you know, get a little nervous. And Weeks is pulling away here.
Hamza goals are getting very close to Carton Lou. I don't know if you all saw that.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how he does, because I think he really wants to be at the front of the grid, and he's going to drive pretty aggressively to get there.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And Hamza Golzar and Carton Lou are 2 big names that have been in the North American Red Splits for quite some time. Oh, a bit of contact here.
Oh, no.
Sadness through the RNG chicken.
I think it started with one of the Hondas.
All right, let's take an instant replay.
Must have been Carton Lou. Yeah, go to Lou.
Ooh, yeah, in front there, just backed up like 6 cars. Oy, oy, oy.
That's
Yikes.
unfortunate.
Looks like we're still racing though. No safety car needed, just some sadness.
So that'll certainly spread the gap out here for the group.
Looks like Salomon's potentially going to try and make a move on Davis, riding his bumper. But we know the BMW is definitely going to have the straight line speed on the Porsche.
I like JP's comment there. Mom spaghetti all over the... Should be chicane.
It's impressive how many times that song has been referenced tonight.
Jump on board with Keith Briscoe.
Quite the gaggle of cars starting at like P15. Pretty close. Really, that part of the grid is pretty close. Looks like Salomon was able to get around Davis, currently sitting in P2.
Hobbs and Goals are pulling in the fastest lap of the session with a 142.612 currently. So it's a bit of the ways off from quali.
Well put, JP. Well put.
I love it.
Looks like DeBeeden went off track. Currently, he just got passed by quite a few drivers, it looks like. And Lira in the Mercedes just
Looks like he had a bit of sadness there in the sand. Yeah, there's certainly no esports route through here.
Yeah, it's all grass and sand. You know, not going to be able to take the esports line.
At least there's some grass in comparison to Zandvoort, which is all sand. I hate that track.
Yeah, it's a small track for the GT3s.
Yeah. Much more enjoyable in the GT4s.
Might be a spicy battle here with Ben Keogh and Keith Briscoe.
That's exactly where I was going.
The BMW's got he's got the straight line speed, so let's see if he can get it done.
Ooh, is he going to go around the outside of Keith Briscoe? Nope.
I think he wisely, lifted there to bide his time.
Yep. Get a view from the top here.
Yeah, the BMWs are going to have the speed down the straight, so they just need to kind of wait for their moment. Oh, that might come earlier than expected.
So
Probably not going to be able to send it around the outside, but stranger things have happened. Yeah, he's going to tuck back in. Because Keogh's just got to stay there. Just got to stay there, wait till the last corner, get him on the front straight. Make a move into turn one. Oh, as they both go very wide.
Might give Patterson an opportunity to get around him. And Sansano right on the bumper of Patterson as well.
Oh, as the Honda gets bumpy over those exit curbs. That'll give Keogh a bit of a breather in behind. Sansano's going to be right there. So Ben's just got to stick nice and close here, get a good run. See if that Bavarian power can get him into turn one ahead of Keith Briscoe, rather.
I don't know if 3/10 is going to be close enough, though. I mean, he's certainly closing in.
Yeah, he's probably going to get there right into the braking zone. Don't think he was quite close enough out of the last corner. And KB got a good drive. Ooh, a little squirrely there through the first chicane, though. Keogh's going to be there. Going to force it, maybe, but I don't think he's quite got enough. Yeah, going to tuck in behind through Villeneuve.
It looks like Keith got a bit of
I kind of was in the similar situation to Ben, where I would kind of catch drivers over the course of a lap. I would definitely be slower than I could be, but not quite get the perfect run of the last corner. Get close, but not close enough into the first turn. It's frustrating, but you got to just stick with it. Set up your move when you can. He's got 32 minutes, lots of time. Don't force it.
Yeah, only had 8 minutes so far, so lots of time.
There is lots of time, but equally, they have two guys that are very close right behind them. We have Zach Patterson and then Sansano. as well. Cameron Sensano, apologies. And they are nipping at the heels of each other. So if the battle between Patterson and Sensano can get a bit spicier, Ben could potentially get a bit more breathing room and focus on that battle with Briscoe.
Sensano's making his move now, gets around him.
We'll let this battle heat up a tiny bit. Let's see if Ben can get the advantage on this go-around.
He's very close.
He is. All right, let's take
I
this
think
from the
he's-
helicam. Is he going to get the switch back, though? Let's check.
Oh, he hit the back out of it just a tiny bit to tuck in behind. Oh, he's close still, though.
Incredibly close. Okay, I want to keep with this, and then let's check on...
It seems like every time that Ben catches up in the straights, Briscoe is able to just pull ahead in the turns.
We have a penalty coming in. Isaiah Byers is going to get a 10-second penalty. Looks like for an unsafe
Collision on
rejoin.
lap 1.
Collision,
There's
apologies.
a collision on lap 1, yeah. Bay has another drive-through. I didn't catch what that was for. I think last race he had a drive-through for an unsafe rejoin. Wonder what this one was for.
This is very close. Within the top 10.
That's goal. That's Golzar behind Patterson, so he's caught up pretty nicely here.
Yep.
Already back up in the action. Oh no, he hit the curb, Sensano.
Oh, who's
Took out
the...
Keo.
Keo got taken out?
Yeah, that'll be
Ah.
Keo.
Yeah, Keo was able to survive, but Sensano not so much. I think
Alright.
that would be a good replay if you can get it.
Or
Probably
maybe it wasn't
focus
Keo.
on. I thought it was.
Looks like it's
or was it-
Spect falling way down.
Was it? Okay, so
So
we're on board
Spect
with
is the
Keo
BMW.
right now.
Keo is P7. I think for the replay, if you watch Sensano, it'll be good.
I'm in the instant replay right now. I don't know if I can switch Sensano
yeah.
though. Let me give it a shot.
Yeah, you know, you're on him. So he hits the curb and then he just goes right into the side.
Cool.
That is Ben Keo though, number 33.
Okay, so he lost.
So,
Yeah, he lost a couple positions, but it wasn't terrible.
so Spect was something else.
Yeah,
Another
Yeah,
incident.
Spect was tumbling down from another reason.
So, do we think that Ben is going to get a penalty for that rejoin? He was very close to Tim Brook going up the home straight.
I don't think so. Unless there's actual contact, I'd be surprised if the stewards issue anything.
Okay.
And Brooke could see it coming and avoided enough,
Right.
so I think he's okay.
Okay.
So that little accident gives Briscoe a little bit of a breather from Ben, but Patterson was able to capitalize and sneak right back up on him.
I refuse to do chase cam.
Yep, no chase cams on broadcast.
Nope. No 20-foot pole with a
Just-
GoPro.
It's just so many like better camera angles. Now, if you're Patterson here, do you think you get a little stressed out knowing Golzar is behind you?
I think you have to be aware, but you still race your race.
Right.
Abe Duarte taking a hell of an exit here. He's going to go... Trying to go around the outside, potentially getting a switchback.
Clark catching right up too.
Looks like Clark's got quite a bit of damage there on the side.
Whoa.
Equally with Abe Duarte. Take care, Andrew. Glad you can join us. Okay, let's see here.
Oh, Golzar just made his move and got around Patterson. A little bit of rubbing, but not anything bad.
Rubbing is racing.
Elbows out.
That's right. Have a message coming in for a penalty.
5-second penalty causing a collision on lap 3 for Andy Bay.
I think we mentioned that at the time. That was, I believe, him and Brooke getting involved.
Yeah, so Old Man Gaming says Feifei is all beat up. I assume that you mean the Ferraris? If you do, you are correct.
Let us know.
Tune in 2 weeks from now to see what Feifei's meaning.
Ooh, as we've got some Briscoe action with Golzar. These two have history. We'll see if they kind of give each other room. How much of a fight Keith puts up, or if he's just gonna let the quicker Golzar through. If that's the case. Oh, and it looks like it is. Golzar on the inside. Can he outbreak Briscoe?
Oh, he's gonna
Well,
take
he's gonna
it.
try to.
Oh, is he gonna lose
Briscoe's
two
got to be careful
spots?
not to let them. Yeah, no, he's just held on enough to keep Patterson in behind.
Yeah, so it looks like he's keeping Zach Patterson at bay pretty well right now. But that was a very, very close call. We're on board with Takis
Pretty
Weeks.
impressive showing with Golzar here.
Got Cameron Sansano receiving a 10-second penalty.
Guessing that was for the when he took out, or when he sideswiped the BMW of Kia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, would certainly assume so. Keep the slang up. That's perfectly fine. We just need a bit of reference. That's all.
Yeah, Jay in chat, you're correct. Salomon is just running away from Weeks at this point. I think it was 5 seconds last I noticed, 5.5. He's up to 8.5 now. Weeks is under some pressure from Davis as well. Golzar is right there too now, it looks like.
Quickly coming up. Made his way through the ranks in about almost 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think he started P12. Now he's up to P4. Golzar.
Very close gaggle here. Steve Davis in the Beamer. Follow quickly behind Hamza Golzar and Zach Patterson.
Looks like JP was unwilling to sell a kidney to get into iRacing. I respect your decision.
Sometimes you get a deal. Sometimes you just have to give blood, not a kidney. Ooh. Taking quite a line over those chicanes.
Very close.
Yeah. Quick little deviation from the race here. iRacing is quite fun. It's just the pricing model that sucks about it. But all in all, I've had good fun with that game.
Yeah, if you can afford it, I think it's definitely worth dipping your toe into it. Obviously, wait for a pricing deal on the membership fee, and then expect to spend a couple $100 on content. But if you can do that, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, I mean, the community is good. There's always tons of races. The one gripe I will say about it is the fact that you cannot test cars. So if you want to buy a car, you can't test it. I hate that.
Unless you're home in the 1 to 2 hours where they're down for maintenance and you can sneak in.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Ain't nobody got time for that, Dave.
Nope.
I feel like I need to just...
So,
go ahead, Dave.
Weeks is kind of the cork in the bottle of this train right now. Salomon running away. So we look at Bourdon chasing down Stevens. Stevens got that 5-second penalty still. Taylor Clark is chasing as well, but he's got 10 seconds too. So we're back to Weeks. Seeing if he can hold on to P2 for 18 and a half or almost 19 minutes.
You gotta admire the defensive driving he's been doing to keep the cars behind him.
As Golzar sends one around the outside.
Ooh. Had to break though, it looks like.
So it's a fairly easy track to defend on if you can just kind of maintain your speed and lines. Tough to pass anywhere except turn 1. Unless you make a mistake, of course. Some very aggressive lines over the first part of the curbing there.
Curious to see if Zach Patterson's going to take the inside line here.
Yeah, that's the thing in this group. Anyone in it, if you attack too hard and get off your line, you're opening the door for anyone in behind you. Oh, we've got a Bentley sending. Nope, not sending up the inside. Faking inside, seeing if you can draw the BMW to make a move or a mistake, but not quite enough. Golzar still looking around the outside at the hairpin, but doesn't quite have the speed to make that work.
Seems like Golzar definitely has like the late braking advantage on the Beamer, but just can't get it to stick.
Beamer doesn't have brakes, so I think that's one of the biggest advantages with the Aston over the Beamer.
Davis getting around Weeks finally. See if he can keep it.
He's got it into the chicane. Weeks Ooh, falls way back through there.
That is
BMW
huge.
very aggressive over the curbs. I think has just got that much more stability than the Lambo.
And currently Salomon 15.5 seconds ahead.
So where did Davis make that move? Was it out of Aqua Minerale, or did he have it done before there?
It must have been. We can pull a replay real quick. Let's check.
Okay,
Right,
so he's
this is-
behind into Aqua Minerale.
Mm-hmm.
Weeks is okay through there. Does he just...
Yeah.
Oh, he gets on the curbs and Davis just trucks up the hill.
Mm-hmm. It's that Beamer power.
Yeah.
Ben Keogh was able to make a move and get around Patterson.
Yep, Ben jumping into P5.
And Golzar was able to get around Weeks.
Ooh, some shuffling in the train.
See the Beamers coming up here quickly, jumping up in the racing stats, huh? As Jay said, beautifully done. Agreed. We are back in Aqua Minerale after that replay. On board with Steve Davis. The curb control that the Beamer has is quite nice. So I do think that he has quite an advantage over the majority of cars that are behind him. But with that said, Simon Salomon is in the Porky Boy at P1. So, all about the driver. Go ahead, Dave.
And pretty impressive. A lot of the order was able to get caught up here. We've got Brook hot on Patterson's tail, Briscoe, Cleansing, and Byers as well. And Byers has the penalty, but really impressive. Goldstar potentially making his move on Davis now. Trying to go around the outside at turn 1, but he's not going to be able to get there.
I still can't get over the fact that we have P1 through 10 still, well, sorry, P2 through 10 very close. Simon Salomon easily pulling away very quickly with that 18, almost 18.5 second gap. Got a few teammates fighting themselves here as we have the two Lambos, Briscoe and Weeks, followed by Cleansing and Byers right behind them.
Yeah, that's one thing about Imola. I think you get a lot of close cars. You don't get a lot of racing necessarily because it's so hard to pass, but definitely keeps the pack together if there's kind of a cork in the bottle as we've got in this reverse grid. A few cars have made it through, but definitely the leader, Salomon, getting through the traffic early, taking advantage and running away. As we go, 12 minutes to go.
Little bit of contact between Golzar and Davis. Nothing too bad. Looks like Davis is getting flashed by Golzar though.
Flashing is a no-no in OOR though, so he's got to be careful.
Maybe it was the apology for the bump. I don't know.
Yeah. he does it again, he's going to be getting a note from the stewards.
Yeah,
He's trying really hard to get around him.
Yeah. Davis has got to be
weaving
careful he
all over
doesn't
the
move
place.
too much in braking.
Yeah.
Once we get past the trees, we'll be able to see a bit more.
Gulls are right there, right up under the rear wing. Is he going to have enough drag, or is the BMW going to have enough power to get itself into turn 1 quicker?
I would think the Beamer has the power
yeah,
to pull away.
Yeah. The Aston's going to look for anything it can, but I don't think it's quite got enough power just to get... Oh, Gulzer outbrakes him.
Oh, a bit of contact.
no.
He
They-
keeps it.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Some good hard racing from those guys. Lucky the BMW is so solid. Oh, as Gulzar's got another run, gets through. I think Davis may have just backed off there. Realized, I don't want to get involved in too much more after that.
With that said, though, Ben Keogh has made his appearance now, and he is in the top. Once we get the standings to update, looks like top 5? P4
Yeah, it'll
currently?
be P4. Yep.
Mhm. Got a race control update
Davis.
coming in. Go ahead, Dave.
Davis ended up getting a little. He got a little squirrely there, so Keogh and Patterson were able to get around him. Looks like he spun a little on the curb, and we've got a blue flag Mercedes not helping anything here. Is that who is that? Probably Lyra. Yeah, Lyra. Ooh, Salomon with a 21-second lead on Golzar.
Yeah, Simon is certainly pulling away here. So long as he can keep it clean. Main battle seems to be between P3 with Ben Keogh up to roughly P12, with the exception of Isaiah Byers receiving that 10-second penalty. But aside from that, cars that you would take through Imola. Dave, I think it's pretty clear. Hazar, I think it's pretty clear what you would pick. Would you pick the GTR?
Definitely over the Audi.
Yep. Agreed.
I did a race not too long ago in the BMW, and it was pretty handy because you could kind of keep the cars behind through the twisty bits and then just run away down the front straight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the BMW's a tough car to get around.
Beamer seems to be the sleeper tonight. Possibly not sleeper. Poor wording on my part. But yeah, the power down the straights, and in terms of rally racing speaking, like you have a ton of turns that like 5 lefts or 5 rights, where it's just very slight so that power can truly pull through. We have a car off track right now. 135. Brian Rasco. Let's go on board to see what happened there. I'm assuming slippage on the curb.
This is Keo, no?
This is Keo. Why is this not? Okay, apologies. What
Kind of a nice long view of Keo defending from Patterson.
God damn it. Alright.
It's all new
Keo,
stuff. for Ryan.
Rasco. Nah.
He's learning it. It's okay.
Fucking buttons. Alright.
So many buttons.
Alright, well, hey, we're back live with Keith Briscoe! Alright. Damn it. Isaiah Byers has 20 seconds of penalty time now. That's a big F in the chat. That's going to place him, math hats on, from 8.
He's gonna be really far down.
Yeah, he'll get points, but that's pretty far down. Jonathan Geiger here, just cruising. He could potentially pick up a few spots with the penalty on. We have Chris Stevens. If he could make up some lap time, he could potentially pick up 2 spots. As Taylor Clark has that 10-second penalty as well. Got a new fastest lap coming in. Is that Hamza Galzar?
Yeah, 141.
Yep, 141.808. But aside from that, gents, it looks like everyone has essentially found their spot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
we'll see if
the-
Louis pushes anything here in the last couple minutes, but I think they've kind of shuffled out enough over the last 35 or so.
Still,
Grant will be fighting to the end here to keep P9.
still relatively close between Keo, Patterson, and Brook. They get close and then they kind of back off a little bit, hit some curbs. I think at this point their tires are probably not doing so well.
As is tradition.
Yeah, and these guys have all been really close throughout this whole thing, so I'm sure they've been pushing it.
And we are
I'm curious where Byers is going to end up.
on.
Oh,
Pretty
as we
far.
say that, the Nissan of Landry is just trucking down the front straight. I think he's going to get Lou easily into turn 1 here. Based on the wet, Nissan was much better on the brakes into here. Gets it done. So So a bit of shuffling here in the last couple minutes.
Yes, you know Mark is happy with that outcome, but he's still got Cardin Lou right behind him. And let's jump back on board with Zach Patterson.
Leaders on final lap now.
Right on the bumper of Ben Keogh. Honda's quick, but straight line speed, I take the Beamer any day.
Getting a little bit of air on those curbs on the inside.
Yeah, a tiny bit. Looks like we got Geiger getting a bit squirrely there as well. As we are winding down, let's go on board with our race leader, Simon Salomon, as he goes through the RNG chicane one last time.
All clear, nothing behind him.
Cool as a cucumber. He's like, nah, I got this. And we're going to jump between the battle of Chris Stevens and Adrian Bourdon real quick. Stevens getting a bit squirrely. Looks like he may lose that position to Bourdon.
Yeah, looks like he did.
Ben Keogh passing fellow Audi driver that could potentially be spec'd. And we do have the race finish. Simon Salomon finishing P1. Hamza Golzar coming across the home straight. He will finish in P2. Very curious to see if Ben can hold this out. It looks like he can, especially on that straight line speed with the Beamer.
Solid performance by Patterson, though. He did not ease up that whole time.
Absolutely. Very quick.
Really
very close finish there.
Really well done.
1/10 away. Alright, let's jump on board with Michael Louie as he crosses the finish line. Andy Meyer and Thomas Varnes. Marc-Antoine Landry coming across the finish line here at P13. Followed by Cardin Lou and Devin Cormier. Takis Weeks not too far behind. Yeah, Dave, go ahead and Dave Hill, wrap up who we have for the top 10 there, if you don't mind.
Top 10, we got Solomon P1, Golzar P2, Keogh P3, Patterson P4, Brook P5, Davis P6, Briscoe P7, Byers finished P8, but obviously going to be dropping down with the 20-second penalty, Cleansing P9, and Louis P10. So kind of what we're used to up at the top there with Salomon and Golzar, but a really nice showing between I'd say 3 to 10. Really nice race from those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Very close racing here tonight. Math hats on, I believe Simon Salomon could potentially hold on to the lead within the standings. But could potentially have some shuffling here going into not next week, apologies, 2 weeks from now. As we have the power card next week.
Yep. So rookies are on next week, and then the Paul Ricard on the weekend. But that's about it. We will see you guys in 2 weeks at Donington.
Green light.
First time we've run GT3s there.
Oh, it has been the first time, right? Because the last race that we did was in the GT4s.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I can't do it.
You're gonna
Gonna
find the
try-
statue before you quit, eh?
I'm trying.
He's gonna
Trying to do it.
redeem himself here.
All right, hold on. Where is it? Where's the flags? Flags are
The
there.
flags are there.
I thought it was like right along the fence. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
I got it.
Oh.
I did it.
Hey!
Woohoo!
Look at you go.
Hey, we did it. Found the statue. Well, ladies and gents, as Dave said, thank you for tuning in. And if you want to watch the special event that we have next week, that is Power Card for the 8 hours. But aside from that,
Should we do a quick rundown of the places for the second race?
I can't do that as people have bounced. Will
Okay.
that hold? Oh, it'll hold. Go ahead.
No,
Yep.
it looks like it's right.
Go ahead, Dave.
So in the amateur class, we got Bourdon P1, Bay P2, and Dizon P3. Pro-Am, we got Davis P1, Louis P2, Varnes 3, Cormier 4, and Debeden 5. And overall, Solomon with the commanding lead. Goals are Ben Keogh, a nice race from him, and Zach Patterson P4, and Brooke P5.
All right.
Not a bad race.
With that, we're going to go ahead and wrap up here, guys. Enjoy the special event next week. We'll see you in 2 weeks. And we'll catch you all later. Adios.